Avast ahoy and g'day once again to ye mateys! I be your fundamentally necessary and somewhat requisite DM Josh the Pirate, and it brings me more excitement than going to the wedding of two wonderful friends to welcome me back to Corsair's Cove for another episode in my Humblewood world of monsters and magic. With me, I have me hearty crew, the imperative Daria Surname Redacted, the crucial Karen Schlink, and the essential Brendan Ellis. And I must say, we have a new follower, Rabinski King. Thank you very much for the follow, you bloody champion. Avast, matey, you wee scallywag. So, guys, who the absolute heck are all of you? Let's begin with Daria. Who the absolute heck are you?
I'm Daria. I play Julio here, and I'm an artist. I made all the character portraits for the stream and emotes and all that kind of stuff. Also, two things I just realized I want to say. First of all, there has to be someone out there, maybe Josh or maybe someone less busy, needs to make a compilation of all the Julio tree poke moments with all the natural 20s rolled, because I just want to see it lined up. I just want to see it. Yeah. Second, I just got some fancy schmancy candy and I want to show you guys. Ooh. It looks like a popcorn. It looks like popcorn, but it's little chocolate cream thingies with a taste of salty popcorn. That's it. That's me.
Interesting.
Karen, are they good?
Yeah, this is the next question. Oh, they're good. Okay, good.
Yeah, they're good. Right. I'm going to be munching on this.
Karen, who the heck are you?
Hello, I am Karen, sometimes known as the mother of bunnies. Two bunnies who I cuddled for like half an hour last night. They were very tolerant. It was nice. No one ran away from me. Rabbits are great pets. Love them. I'm also a performer and writer. You can find me here, usually Mondays and Thursday nights. You can follow me on the Twitter at Mother O Bunnies, where I'm just kind of hanging out, waiting till the whole site melts down. It gets more chaotic by the day. Or you can follow my Bella Alter ego, Miss Lola Moore, over on Instagram. I am actually competing in Miss Burlesque Western Australia on the 25th of June. I keep forgetting if it's the 24th or the 25th, whatever the Saturday is. The 24th, the Saturday is the 24th of June. So if you live in Perth, you can come see me perform at the Astor Theatre. Tickets from Ticketek, I think.
Karen, question. Can I rig it? Because I am Russian. Can I rig it so you win?
Well,
Will you accept foreign interference, Karen?
A little bit of interference.
Look, I could use the cash prize. And the prestige, obviously, and the crown. I really want that crown. I suppose if you internet stalked the judges and then kind of bribed them, that might work. There's no voting process, so you literally have to convince the judges to give me good marks.
Maybe you could entrap them to commission you for furry porn and then use that to blackmail them.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. Oh, I forgot to put that in my intro. I do furry porn. I don't, actually. I never did, but I'm willing to.
Is that why you didn't put it in your intro?
It's a joke.
I wish I could say, hi, I'm Daria, and I do furry porn.
I do
but
furry
alas.
porn. I mean,
I would just like to state for the record that if by some weird chance I do actually win Miss Bell SWA, I did not rig it. I was just really good.
A wink.
Yeah, now there is
now
doubt.
Karen's win is forever tarnished.
No one's ever going to believe it was legit if it happens.
No, there was this Russian furry porn artist that involved herself.
That's such a good phrase, Russian furry porn artist. It's good. I like it.
Brendan, who the heck are you?
Sorry, if I win, just say I win, which I think is a slim chance of it happening, but you never know. Pigs fly. I think I'm mainly there for excitement and variety. But if I win, and I get interviewed or something, I need to drop in. I'd just like to thank my Russian furry porn artist friend who blackmailed all the
Please do.
That'll go down well.
I'll frame that moment on the wall.
All right, let's try this again. Brendan, who the heck are you?
Hello. I'm Brendan. I'm a Rule 34 artist. And,
show the receipts.
And he's
no, he froze. The worst moment.
T's and C's came in there real hard.
Yeah.
Oh no, we've been flagged.
Too much.
And Madame and Monsieur, Dame under Heron and beings of indeterminate gender and persuasion, I be Josh the Pirate. You can find me here in my channel Corsair's Cove, which I run with my lovely lady wife, the mother of bunnies. Yes, but you know that, because you've done that already. Good job, keep doing it, you bloody champions. We'll hear the rest of Brendan's spiel when he unfreezes himself. I run D&D here. I can also be found on Monday and Tuesday nights having a look at other gaming systems, other RPGs, and similar things. Next week, we have a second season. Oh, Brendan's buggered off. Don't worry, he'll be back.
He's always back.
Of not season so much as a continuing of the adventures of... There's Daria. Can I turn the music down a smidge? I certainly can.
The sound levels are always a little unpredictable.
Yeah, there we go. How's that, Treasure? Thank you very much for pointing it out.
I can't believe Josh is making me break my neck to be in frame.
I'm not fixing it. He'll be back in a second. Such
Australia's
a whiny
internet,
artist.
Everybody. Always reliable, always fast.
I'm only I'm only a little bit concerned because he only lives like 10 minutes up the road from us. So if he's got an outage, we may too soon.
Also,
next week we have Wednesday coming up. We have the continuation of the story in the Teens in Space campaign, which is going to be super fun. Having back that crew, Kate O'Sullivan, Ardana Terrace, and Malika Moon back to play their ridiculous Teens in Space. And the following Monday, we will be starting a new thing, a new little season campaign sort of thing with Brendan and quite probably Ardana as well, playing Major Magica, but set in the Avium in the Humblewood, which will be kind of fun as well. Very exciting. For some more canonic characters in this setting. So
we don't have quite enough. How many are we up to?
It's 35.
Oh, never enough. Also, Josh, talk about Yusuf and his cool work.
Yusuf's cool work? What do you mean? What have you heard?
I mean about your cool D&D builds on YouTube.
Oh yeah, look.
Oh yeah.
You can find all of our stuff over on our !YouTube, where we have a couple of ongoing sort of short form series. One of which is the multi-classes you may not have considered with Yusuf, my wonderful little puppet persona. We have all the socials. Nope, it's got an S on it. Socials. There we go. And you can join us on the Discord if you fancy as well.
Brendan's rebooting.
There's a Brendan.
Hey.
Hello. Can I just thank my internet for choosing the best moment to cut off?
Yeah.
It actually wasn't your internet. You said you're an artist, and there can only be one in the stream. So fuck you.
I think you said Rule 34 and froze immediately.
Yeah. Karma. Not on my fucking horny turf. This line no further.
So, Brendan,
that's fair.
Yeah, who are you other than a Rule 34 artist?
I am a actor and director here in Perth. I'm a DM. I'm a role player. I'm Brenso in chat, where I will be shitposting.
That is true. Cool. Splendid. Marvelous. So, a couple of things to point out. First of all, our lovely chat should be aware we have a new thing that you can purchase with your channel points, with your doubloons. You can go into the channel points and you can purchase a D4 bonus for one of our lovely players. And I'm also sort of saying now, and I'm probably going to walk this back later, that I can't be given them. You can't give them to the DM. You can only give them to the players. They are slightly cheaper. We have updated all of the prices as well, because Inspirations was getting all cheap and shit. So Inspirations are now 8,000 doubloons, but a shiny D4 bonus is a mere 4,000 doubloons. I've also raised the price of the NPC thing because I was struggling to fit them all in, so that's 16 grand now. What? Yes. Inflation, exactly. It's
a killer. Yeah.
So
it's only our corporate profits were skyrocketing.
Daria can also be commissioned for inflation.
Yeah.
Yes, I can. Very hard. You name it. I got it.
Speaking of Daria commissions, you notice in the center of the screen right now there is a wonderful new picture of Julio in their gorgeous flower cape thing. Which is very pretty and lovely. So yeah, that's most of what we need to talk about. I should point out that we are affiliated with Wooden Forge Gaming Accessories. The wonderful chaps at Wooden Forge make incredible handcrafted wooden tabletop accessories out of Australian and exotic hardwoods. They're extremely pretty. Go to woodenforge.com/Corsairs Cove to check out their wonderful work. So, guys, what the absolute heck happened last time? Brendan?
Well, it's funny that you asked. It's like we'd planned this beforehand. Okay, speed run, 100%. Let's go. Last session we spoke to Ereq's grandmother Iari, who confirmed that she has been dabbling in a bird cult, as most grandmothers like to do. I'm not going to get into the specifics of what was said because it was like an entire session's worth of conversation. Definitely check that on the VOD because it is worth watching. But she inferred that there was stuff that she would be open to negotiation and for talking further if we were to murder her bodyguards / undead watchers. So we ended the session with Ereq trying to do that, as Ereq is wont to do, and for lack of a typeit.
Yeah. Granny, I'm not actually a racist, says the racist. Exactly.
She says racistly. Yeah.
Yes. Very racistly. So, mateys, may your grandmothers possess surprisingly nuanced opinions on racial politics, and all your long rests not be ended with blood-curdling screams, as we head tremulously at first, and then with mounting heat and passion, into the Humblewood. So, we return to Brackenmill, and the family temple of the Shadowmalts, where Iari has just strongly implied that the death of her bodyguards would simplify her aiding the party's cause, and Ereq has taken a rather deliberate first step towards that goal. Combat has begun. Ereq is up first. Hope, Ereq's sort of familiar thing, is sitting up on the landing next to one of the two fells. Ereq has just lobbed a flame strike at said fell, and I think it's time to hit some combat music. So, guys, what happens? What do we do? Let us go to a combat map. Cut! Boom. Ereq, it is your turn first.
Sure is. So, Hope, my Firebird familiar, is out.
Yes.
Okay.
Sitting up next to the red fell.
Okay. But that's just for our purposes, otherwise they're identical, correct?
Yeah, they are completely identical. You are in a wooden building, built at least partially out of trees, as in the trees are alive. Roughly circular, about 100 feet across, with several levels of balconies. However, you are on the ground floor next to the altar. Granny is sitting in the corner, and the two fells are about 15 feet above you on the first floor landing.
Okay. Cool. Is Hope within 30 feet of Granny?
Is Hope within 30 feet of Granny? Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Alright. I
think just, but yes.
Yeah, excellent.
Is Hope gonna blamp Granny out of here in a ball of fire? Because that'd be dope.
Well, thanks for ruining the cool twist that I had planned, Karen.
Alright!
Now I guess I'm just gonna have to kill her. Cool. Okay. Let's start with a humble little scorching ray.
Just a
Let's
little.
do all 3 rays against this one Fel.
Oof.
I am having issues with my phone at the moment, so I'm going to roll them
Fair.
through my browser, and it's going to be incredibly slow.
Do you want to use real dice?
Well, I don't have them ready.
Ah.
Unless you want to roll for me.
I
But
mean,
that seems like a...
you do it this time, and then you can go and get some real dice if you like. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
The rolls
Great.
aren't being shown on stream at the moment, so that's fine.
Oh, yeah. That's...
Oh,
yeah,
we
that
can roll
works.
live?
Yeah, you can
Sweet.
roll real live dice if you like.
Okay. This is... I probably should have rolled 3 at once, but there
Oh,
you go.
Bishop Blood's offered to roll for you, Brandon.
You-
How nice.
it's a trap.
Look. No, I believe in Bishop Blood.
Go on then. All right.
You know, the last
Tell you what.
time
Do you want
rolled
one
a
from
7.
Bishop Blood and one from Rabinski King?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do that.
So how many are we rolling?
D-
Is it the D-
I've just rolled a 14, so
Right.
I need 2 more d20s.
2 exclamation mark roll space the number 20s in chat. Bishop Blood and Rabinski King, whip them out.
So 23 for the first one.
23.
Oh,
Bishop
16?
Blood gets a 16. We need no D. Don't worry about the D, Rabinski King. Don't want the D there. But that's
Oh
2
God,
hits
my
by the looks
brain.
of it. What's an 8 plus
Same
whatever
Karen,
you
like,
need?
don't want the D. Huh?
8 plus 9, so
17.
17.
17.
Does that do it?
Let's find out. A 17 is a hit.
Yay!
Great. So that is 3 hits.
Yep.
Does someone want to roll
It's a lot of D8s.
6d6
66.
for me?
There,
and
it's-
I need
I don't have it programmed
one-
in to roll more than one at once, so.
Do you want me to do that for you,
Yeah,
Brandon?
Karen,
I'll
can you
roll
do
you
that?
Yes,
66.
And can someone roll me a d8?
Holy shitballs! I
Wow.
just
Oh,
rolled
Karen.
3 6s for you, Brendan.
Holy
you are
shit.
welcome.
29.
Yep, I will take that. Wow. And I need a d8 as well for my extra hope damage.
Oh, because he's there as well. Yeah, sure. Great.
Yeah.
This is going to be a brutal first blow. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, it's way better than the first attack you did.
Yeah. Yes. Go on, Bishop Blood. Okay, that's fine.
3.
Okay, that's fine.
32.
So, yes, that's
Oh
fine.
no!
Pshaw. Great. That's quite a lot of fire damage.
Yes.
I presume that's fire damage, right?
It is fire damage, that's right.
Don't worry, Bishop Blood. It's balanced out by the statistical
The
bollocks of me rolling
Ludicrous
3 6s,
18
so-
damage from the first 3d6s Karen rolled. Yeah, fine.
Yes.
Great. Anything
watch
else,
Cash
Ereq?
miss every shot
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
Ereq, you just gonna
yes.
stand there clustered all together like that?
Thank you for asking. Yes. No.
Damn it.
Maybe if we're drunk.
I can't move my guy, but
Where do you want to go?
towards the center of the room, so to the northeast, to
There
get
we
a
go.
little bit of distance and kind of be in between the 2 Fels.
So like there? Like
North a bit more.
north
So
like there.
the north tip of that. Yeah, that'll do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then I will yell to Granny, Grandmother, don't be scared, just go with the small fire elemental. And then, yes, I will get Hope to fly over to Granny and teleport her 15 feet away. If that,
Where?
if the outside, yeah, the outside of the tree looks like it's within 15 feet.
Yeah, probably.
Um,
So
but it needs to be somewhere that I can see. Is there
There
a
is
window,
window.
there that I can?
see this right here. That's a
Yeah.
window.
Oh.
Fantastic. Hope bamps Granny through a window.
There's a burst of flame, isn't there?
Yes,
When they leave or where they go?
where they leave.
Okay, cool. So the window doesn't catch fire. Cool.
You just
So-
yeeted your own grandma.
Yeah,
Based.
Granny.
Yes.
Out of the fucking window.
It does rely on her going with it, but
Yeah.
I hope that she does. Otherwise, she will be set on fire.
What she actually says is, no, I want to stay, and then goes.
Okay.
I was just
she-
thinking that if
she
it was
makes
my
it look
granny,
like-
she'd be.
I want to stay.
Yeah.
If it was my granny, she'd be asking you to repeat what you said.
What? What's
by the
going on?
time.
Who? Ah! Yeah. All right. Great. So no feasting on Granny for Fel. Right. Yeah. Fel number 1 is going to swoop. Is that it, Ereq? You're all done?
Yeah, I'm all done.
All right. The Fel who has been sort of who has been sort of taking all the damage so far, is going to swoop down on Ereq. He's not having any of this, and going to make a pair of attacks against you. He is going to the first one would be a 22 to hit. This is technically an unarmed strike. What he is doing is actually reaching out and grappling you. He is going to grab you. His hands, reach out. They are bird-like claws. You're not surprised by that, but they are very slender and quite long, like unusually long. He gets in really close, tucks in to with you, Ereq, and sort of almost comes in from behind you. That's a nat 20 for the second attack.
Well, sorry, for the first attack, I was going to Spiny Shield.
It doesn't work because it doesn't do damage.
Oh.
Ooh, damn.
The first attack was just a grapple.
Ah, I see.
You can't reflect it. You can, however,
Can
Spiny
I-
Shield the second attack.
Yeah, I will.
But you
Please.
are going to, as he, so he comes and swoops behind you and sort of grabs you by the shoulders, and then his beak parts, and sticking jagged down from the sides of his beak are somewhat like teeth. And he bites down into your neck.
Is he like a goose?
Hey, it's a raptor. It is a.
But like geese have little teeth. Is
A
that
little
like
bit,
similar?
but no, not like that. It's more like the beak itself
No,
is like
more like a
sharp and
vampire.
jagged.
Ah, more like a vampire.
More like a vampire, a little bit like a vampire, I suppose. Now the way we do crits on this channel is the max damage from the first set of dice plus then I roll the dice. Okay, that's not too bad from the rolling. So Brandon, you are gonna take. Ereq is gonna take a full 16 piercing damage from the bite.
Mhm.
And you can Spiny Shield to reduce that and reflect it, I presume.
Yes, I will. What are we saying? 1d8?
Yeah, go 1d8.
Okay. I'm just going to roll this in chat myself.
Yeah. Yeah, we know geese can be vicious. We've had a goose character as well. And that barbarian was 1. Okay. So
To the
he
point
cops,
where he had essentially a small cannon he carried around, and he never needed
never
to use
fucking
it.
used it. Julio's got it now and still
Yeah.
hasn't used it.
Yeah.
It's waiting
one's
for the
ever fired the
perfect
boomstick.
moment.
So it takes 1 point of piercing
Yep.
damage in retaliation to this. But unfortunately, it rolled quite poorly for its necrotic damage that it deals. So 18, 19, 24 necrotic damage.
24?
Yeah,
And that's on top of the piercing damage?
on top of the piercing.
Ah! Are we?
and you feel the life draining out of you, Brendan. So this is actually reducing your hit point maximum by 24 points.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
A lot.
The reduction lasts until you finish a long rest.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you know where I took that from. So yeah, that is
There's
the
any
first
number
spell.
of undead things that do that.
Yeah.
It doesn't narrow it down. Yucky.
Cool. It is a bit yucky, and now it's Kesh's turn.
And sorry, am I still grappled?
Yes. Tis
Yeah,
but a
okay.
scratch. It's a big
Okay.
scratch, though.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me have a quick look at the map. How that circle rug in the middle of the temple, how big is that?
In terms of width,
Is me.
it is about 40 feet across.
That's a big fucking map.
It's a big rug, yeah.
Okay. All right. I want to.
Just a bit of flesh weaving, that's all. Oh, Bishop Blood.
Basically, I want to come up. So I'm 10 foot behind Ereq. It's not letting me move myself for some reason.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm having that same issue.
Okay, I want to come up 10 foot behind Ereq.
Yeah.
And hopefully that means Julio is also within.
So like there? Hang on, if I delete all of these, then you guys place yourselves on the map. Drag and drop your character onto the map. That might allow you to, in fact, move them.
How does one drag and drop?
Yeah, how do we do that?
Should be in the tokens. So in the game log on the side, you should have tokens, and your character ought to be there. So you can drag and drop yourself down onto the map.
It is not letting me do that either.
No.
Word. Well, let me try again. That is the worst thing.
That is irritating.
Yeah. There's a Julio. Try. Can you move yourself now, Julio?
Yes, I can.
Yay! There we go. Okay.
Just a
Ereq
glitch in the
is there.
matrix.
Yeah, just a little one. And a Cash. Cash. There she is. Alrighty, Cash. Like there.
I want to try and get all of us within a 10-foot kind of area.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that'll do it. Yep.
Yeah, cool. And then I am going to cast one of my special Monster Slayer spells, which is
Ooh.
Magic Circle.
Okay.
This will create a 10-foot radius, 20-foot tall cylinder of magical energy centered on a point of the ground that you can see within range. So obviously I'm casting it around us.
Yep.
That's a really good idea, but what's the casting time on that? Is that a long
It
one?
lasts for an hour, and it's not a concentration spell.
No, casting time. How much time do you need to cast it?
Oh, a minute.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's 10 rounds.
Yeah.
Can we all wait for a minute? Just
Everybody stop. Everybody
Take
hold up.
Take a minute.
Okay, scratch
It's
that.
otherwise a really good idea.
Yeah, it's good, but
Yeah.
you don't have time.
Yeah.
Damn it. Why does it take a minute? That's so annoying.
Yeah, it's
Because
dumb.
it's really powerful.
So if I cast it and we're still fighting in a minute, it'll be really handy.
You have to continue casting it for
It
like a minute.
takes you 10 rounds in combat to
And
cast
as you
it.
cast, you have concentration on the casting, I
Yeah.
believe.
Right. Cool.
Yeah.
So this is really something I should have done before.
Yeah, it
but-
would have been really handy to do it before Ereq shot the guy.
Yeah, why didn't you predict my action?
Yeah,
You know this person.
Right.
Frankly, it's
well,
only
fuck it.
surprising there's no tar involved.
I am going to cast Hunter's Mark then,
Smart. Love it.
because
Yeah.
that's instantaneous. Cool. I cast Hunter's Mark on the one that's attacking Ereq.
Cool. Yes.
That is
You
my
do that.
bonus action.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say I didn't move where I moved then.
Sure.
I'm going to
You
kind of
move
go
somewhere
behind
else?
the altar to use it as partial cover.
Ooh, I like it. Yeah.
And then I'm going to shoot it with my fang bow.
Shoot him. Yeah.
This.
Given
and
his
obviously-
positioning, he will get a +1 to his AC because of Ereq in partial, like, standing in front of him.
Can I fire and then duck behind this thing then?
You certainly could. That would be a
Yeah.
much sensibler thing to do.
Yeah, cool.
So go back to
Cool.
where you were
I'm
originally.
gonna go here. I'm gonna shoot him, and then I'm
Yeah.
gonna dive behind the altar.
Love it. Great idea. All
Cool.
right.
Great. I shoot him.
Shoot him. Yeah. Roll them bones, either physically or otherwise.
17. I believe that will hit.
It does.
Excellent. And this is obviously fire damage because I'm pretty sure necrotic ain't gonna do jack to an undead guy. So.
What? Why do you think that? It's stupid.
That
Crazy.
is 9 points, and then it will be plus my hunter's mark,
That's a D6.
which is a D6. And I
15?
rolled another 6.
15.
15
Alright.
points of damage from my flaming arrow.
Cool. Yep, love it. And then the second shot.
Yeah, I can fire twice, so I'll fire twice.
Do it again.
I shoot him again. A 25 is definitely going to hit this morphle.
Oof. Yep, sure.
So let's do some more damage. 11 more points of flaming damage,
With the Hunter's Mark.
and I do get hunter's mark again. And only a 3 that time.
So another 14.
14.
Yep,
Great. And then I'm going to dive behind the altar
love it.
because
Cool.
dignity is worth nothing when you're getting killed.
Smart. Now it is the second Fel's turn. The second Fel reaches into his pocket, pulls out a scroll, unscrolls it, and begins to chant a very unhealthy sounding spell. Ereq, I think you would recognize this spell. He is chanting
Okay.
something that sounds not unlike Fireball. However,
Huh.
there is a slight twist to it, so you can make an Arcana check if you like.
Sure. Yes, I will do
Necro
that.
ball.
Necro ball. Let's go.
Is
Someone want to
necro
roll
ball
me a
just
d20 in chat? I've got a +6.
a dance for goths?
Exclamation mark Arcana would do it.
Would it?
Yeah, it just rolls a d20. They all do. A 17.
Great. 23.
23. Yeah. Do you speak Ignan?
Yes.
Do you understand
we-
Ignan?
Yeah. Remember, we were kind of like I've got a.
You've got a primary. You're sort of working on it.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
working on it.
Yeah,
we don't
so
talk about
definitely this sounds like they are speaking it's not Ignan, but parts of the spell are clearly in Ignan. And yeah, he is casting Fireball, but with a twist. And then you see the results happen as basically cast on the altar with a 20-foot radius gets all of you.
It shouldn't get Julio because you should. Oh no, shit, no. You said it was 40 foot across, so yeah, Julio
Yeah.
just get got. I'm sorry.
Yep.
It is actually being cast in an airburst above the altar, so it's going to get all. So yeah,
I'm technically ducked down below the height of the altar.
I mean it's being done so that it gets all of you. It's just trying to do as little damage to the room as possible. So yeah.
Oh, can I just get lightly singed? That'd be nice.
Well, let's find out. Roll the dex saves because you all have to. Ereq is at disadvantage because they're grappled.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, by the way, Ereq, did you remember that you have temporary HP?
I think
I think you all had.
You had 4.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We all have 4.
Yeah.
Extra.
I would just
Temp.
give myself 4 extra hit points.
Yeah.
My 27 shits all over that fireball.
Yeah, the 22 from Julio is pretty good as well.
Well,
now-
we shared half the fireball, and the other half doesn't care.
Well,
yeah.
The other
no.
half's so embarrassed it just goes.
How'd Ereq do?
I got a 10.
A 10. Not so much for Ereq.
No.
A 28 points of damage, half to 14 for Julio and Cash.
Can I
It's
use it my
necrotic
inspiration?
You can to balance it. It would make it it would just neutralize.
Oh, you know what? I didn't even roll with disadvantage in the first place, so
Yeah.
don't worry about
No,
it.
because you were grappled.
Yeah,
Yeah. So you cop. Admittedly, it is
the
fire.
guy
No, sorry, it's necrotic.
get
What am I talking
fucked
about?
up?
Yeah. No,
Ah.
he's just on the outside of it.
Damn it.
Everybody
And it's
thinks
also
I'm
necrotic.
hungover. Tony's like, yeah, Josh is hungover. I'm not. I'm a bit tired, but I'm not hungover. No, Tony. I was at a wedding yesterday. I was quite drunk, but no, I'm not particularly hungover now. Hey, Tony, how are you?
On the bright side, drunk Josh, has done all these incredible things. That are only slight exaggerations of what actually happened. He was getting away with it until I just joined the conversation
Yeah.
and went, what are we talking about?
So, next is that it's not going to move. It's quite happy to stay where it is up there. It is, I think, Julio's turn.
Yes, sir. Bringing up the rear. Okay. Well, like the fur on the cat's back, all the little white flowers just stand up and vibrate a little bit
Ooh.
from the amount of necrotic energy that we have around us.
Yeah, some of them wilt a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, clearly doesn't enjoy my mantle of tree pokeness. Doesn't enjoy being here, so we gotta wrap this shit up. So I will be running towards the lads.
Lads.
I will get here.
Yeah.
And I will stab the guy in front of Ereq.
The one
Hopefully.
who's grappling Eric. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Do
he's, I forgot how to do anything in this game because we haven't had a combat in a
It's
while.
been a while. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been RP heavy.
Don't I have a special magic dagger?
Yeah, it's that +1 dagger that does either necrotic or radiant. I don't think it's.
'Cause
I
both
don't
of
think
my
we actually
daggers
put
right
it
now
into
are just
your.
plus-
I don't think we
Yeah.
actually put anything into your
We didn't.
spell, into your equipment, because
We
Bennett
wicked
gave it
didn't.
to you. Yeah.
Okay, so it's gonna be a +1 dagger, yeah?
Don't know if it was a +1. It just did variable damage.
Oh, and it's just magical
Yeah.
for the sake of having a magic. Okay, sweet. Then
Yeah.
then we don't need to.
Yeah.
Okay, dagger. Ciao.
Stab.
What kind of
Oof,
damage are you
okay.
doing?
What kind of damage am I doing?
It's radiant or necrotic.
Radiant. Radiant. Also,
Okay.
I don't think this hits, but I have my own inspiration that I
You
yoinked
do
from
have
Ereq,
inspiration. Yeah.
so I'll try to do that.
You also have.
Come on.
You are also inspired.
Yes, that's true, but I don't think I need it.
What? That makes it a 19, which does it.
Sweet. So
Your
I'm
own
gonna
bardic
do.
inspiration inspires.
Yeah, piercing and also sneak. Oh no, it's not piercing. It's radiant and sneak.
Yeah.
And sneak is also the same damage type. Yes.
Yeah.
Sweet. Oh, I rolled so badly. Okay, so that's
another
15 radiant
Another
damage.
15. Radiant. Yeah.
And I will do a.
Hey, Omi. How you going, buddy?
Hi, Omi. I will also do like a offhand shank him with another dagger in
Yeah.
my from my boot. I
From your
procure another one. And I don't hit. 13?
Nah, prob's not.
Nah. He's not impressed. Okay, then I have 10 more feet of movement, so I'm gonna
Not be in combat
make
with
my
that
way
guy
over here.
anymore.
Yeah, I'm gonna start making my way downtown, walking fast towards the other fell. Like, what's up?
Cool. Alrighty, he is 15 feet above you, but yes. So it's like,
Oh,
yo.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
I
I
know.
can jump.
Alrighty. Tony, Omi has nearly finished work. Excellent. Good to hear it. Back to the top of the order. Ereq, it is your turn.
F him up.
Well,
him up.
as speaking as someone with 15 hit points, yeah,
Crits are a
All
bitch.
run.
yeah,
This would be a really
I-
good time for me to be able to cast Magic Circle instantaneously.
yeah. Sorry to be that guy, Karen. Trust me, it hurts me as much as it hurts you.
At least.
Oh, I think it's going to hurt you more, Brendan.
Hey, Jack.
Look, I'm gonna do something very stupid because hopefully it will amuse the DM and work to my favor.
Love it.
DM, you know how octopuses are notorious for being able to fit into and through any narrow space as long as it's bigger than their beak.
Sure.
I'm going to
You're
use my
gonna turn
action
into
to
an
turn into a
octopus?
giant octopus, and then which gives me 57 hit points to
Nice.
deal with.
Yeah.
Sorry, 52. Although when I do that, hope will disappear.
Right.
So
That's okay.
I
She's
do that.
outside. You turn
Yeah.
into a giant octopus. Great.
I turn into a giant octopus.
The only
with
problem
52
with
hit
this is
points.
I'm genuinely not sure Ereq would have seen one.
Yeah, well, he has been to sea.
Yeah, that one
Um,
time. Don't recall you encountering any giant octopus in that adventure.
What if he heard good stories from his pirate friend Julio?
They went fishing. Maybe they caught an octopus, and we had like squid rings for dinner, or
I
whatever
tell you
octopus
what.
rings are.
I tell you what.
Yes. Yeah.
You've seen bits of octopus. I tell you what.
On a
Um,
skewer.
I tell you what. Brendan, pick someone in chat to roll a d2. Pick highs or lows.
Oh
And
no,
if
this
you
isn't
get it
supposed to
right,
happen to
you can
me.
turn into an octopus.
Hey Jack, roll a d2 for me. I'm gonna go lows, baby.
Alrighty. Yeah, a wake worm. I don't know if his CR is high enough for a
Yeah.
wake worm.
A miniature one.
This tiny baby wake worm. Jack, can we get an
Or
exclamation
Omi.
mark roll space 2?
What would be the baby wakeworm CR, would you say?
I actually have this open right now.
That'd be a nice callback, Brendan just becoming the little baby
Turns into a
wakeworm.
baby
Oh,
wake worm.
I did think about it. Jack, roll
Yeah.
a d2 for me, please. Yeah. Hey, why do these drawings look like Japanese? Why is this woman naked?
Yep, great.
Exclamation mark roll space 2, Jack.
And I'm going low.
I said
Going
12,
low.
but I meant 2.
A young wake worm is a challenge rating 2 creature.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that's too much for me. Yeah,
Damn it!
Ah, no. You
No.
No
can't do an
octopus.
octopus. You can do something
That's-
else. I'm totally fine with anything
Yeah.
else, but
with
I
anything
recommend
else.
a mammoth.
well,
Well, I don't know if I've seen a mammoth.
yeah.
Get
Get
A
wrecked,
giant
Bubba.
beetle.
I mean, it would be really hard for it to grapple. I don't know, a fly or something like that. Is this
Yeah.
mainly
See,
about
though.
getting out of a grapple?
Well,
I think
it's
you need more
about
hit points.
hit
Like,
points.
Yeah,
big.
something massive and thick.
Okay.
also, get wrecked landlubber is like an amazing slogan for a t-shirt. Just saying.
Yes.
You could have a shipwreck and then get wrecked landlubber.
Yes.
I
so
would wear
good.
the shit out of that.
Very good.
Actually, Bishop, I'm writing this down.
We're stealing that from you,
yeah.
Bishop.
What's
that's
the
Keep meaning to update the merch shop.
Humblewood equivalent of a giant hyena?
Ooh.
Like a big furry centipede or millipede or something?
Is that
Yeah.
furry?
Mhm.
Okay. Dealer's choice. Some sort of bug. Yeah, absolutely. A big millipede, hundreds of legs, or dozens anyway. Yeah, that'd be quite
Yeah.
unpleasant.
Yeah, let's do that. So I can use the giant
Ooh, a
hyena
mantis.
stats. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do a
That's
mantis.
dope. Yeah, you turn into a
Yeah.
big old mantis. Cool.
Yeah.
Nice,
Sick.
Amy.
That's my action to do that. I now have 45 hit points.
Still pretty good.
Yep. And that's my turn.
Very nice. Yeah, he was chowing down on you, and then like, and then you just slowly. Do you get bigger?
Yes.
Is it a large
Yep.
creature? Yeah. So
It
he's
is
now
a
like
large creature.
hugging a giant praying mantis.
Can he
Honestly,
still be
that is
grappling me?
terrifying.
I think he is still grappling you.
Okay.
But yeah, you didn't break the grapple, but he's now like,
Yeah.
not
Cool.
good. Yeah. Anything else? Any bonus actions or anything? You're done.
I'm done.
Okay. As a certain Rachel would say, hell yeah. Exactly. Alrighty, cool. In which case, yeah, he is gonna he sees this and goes, no, mine! And, yeah, he's gonna bite you again.
Okay.
Rude.
Oof. He crit again.
What?
That's rude.
That is not allowed. That is against the rules.
I'm gonna put that dice
No.
over there. But you've got so
I'm
many.
glad I turned into a creature.
Yeah. Yeah. He does a sum total of math. Oh wow! I never did that either. That's stupid of me. Right. 1d6 plus 4. So that is 13 piercing damage.
Yeah.
And 18 plus 22, 26, 27 necrotic.
Damn.
Cool. That brings this mantis onto 5 hit points.
But you're still up.
Yes.
And he does have a
this would be a
second
great
attack.
time to be able to instantaneously cast Magic Circle.
Yep. I can't hear you. I'm a mantis.
Cool. Yep, it does that, and then he's just gonna stab the mantis. With his, he pulls out a dagger from behind him and just stabs the mantis. Let's find out. A 2, it misses. Oh wait, he is grappling.
What a charm.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
think I actually still miss. Yeah. Yeah. No hits for the mantis. Alright, yeah. That would be his turn. He is still grappling you. But, you know, Cash, your turn.
Cool. Well. Sorry, I need to find the right part of my sheet. I believe. Cool. I would like to add Slayer's Prey to the red fell that's trying to kill my
shit.
friend.
Yeah, sure. Here we go.
And then I would like to jump out from behind the scorched altar and shoot him again.
Who leaps out? Very well, you do that.
Cash leaps out.
Cash leaps out from behind the altar. Stab the mantis sounds like a weird euphemism for something.
Oh, I'll suck on that fiery arrow with a 29.
Yeah.
Fiery arrow or necrotic arrow?
Fiery.
Definitely fiery. Okay, yeah,
You keep
29 does hit.
trying. You keep trying.
29 hits.
Oh, max damage, 15, and then it gets 2d6s, 1 for Slayer's Prey and 1 for Hunter's Mark. So
Yep.
he is going to take
Nice.
a 1 and a 2, so
3.
3 points.
18 points of damage, though. That's pretty good. Yeah.
After all those 6s, that was so disappointing. Cool, I'm going to
Yep.
shoot him again.
Pew pew!
Because I can. I don't think a 14's going to hit.
You do have an inspiration dice.
I do have an inspiration dice. I would like to use that to roll again, because
Yeah?
I feel like Ereq might be about to die.
Please do.
At a 17!
17 does hit, yes.
Yes. Okay. 10 points of damage plus 1d6 for Hunter's Mark. So that comes to
14.
14.
Another 4.
And then I ninja roll back behind the altar.
Nice. Yeah. That first fell is going to use its legendary action and stab Ereq again.
Good.
Well, that's just rude.
It's pretty fucked.
It's pretty
I
fun.
just need to start flinging good berries at Ereq.
One at a
Tony,
time.
do not give Josh inspiration.
Oh, look, Tony, I wouldn't say no.
Wow.
I was gonna ask if chat can pay for negative inspiration. Can they give the
Yeah,
Give
would
the
you
DM
buy
disadvantage?
20s in a row?
We're such a hard on for getting player characters killed. Tony is a DM, my friend. He knows the pain. So yeah, that's a hit. It's not a particularly big hit, but it is a hit. because
Okay.
I can only make a my unarmed attack, my dagger attack. So it's only 1d8.
Okay.
So 7 points of stab and damage.
Great.
What? Why are you getting in on this?
I turn back into Ereq and take 2 damage.
Cool.
Ah! Heck!
That was the worst acting you've ever fucking
Ow!
done. I'm actually impressed. Ow, heck! That's so painful.
Why? Ow! Yeah, and now it's... Ooh! Ow! Yeah. Then it's the second Fel's turn. And he
Yeah.
is going to swoop down on Julio. Here we go.
I'm ready.
He's gonna try and make that grapple attack, Julio.
Oh, he can try.
A 19 on the dice.
Oh yeah, he does try and he succeeds.
He succeeds. Yeah, he
Yeah.
can grapple you, and then he's gonna bite you.
Well, that's unfortunate for me. Okay, I'm gonna uncanny dodge if he hits.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
He did. An 18 plus 9, I think. 27? Yeah.
If you were about to say natural 20 again, I am
No.
leaving this group.
Yeah, if you
he's-
say
he's-
natural 20 again, you gotta angle the camera so we can see the dice.
Nah, I wouldn't believe.
Um,
Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
how much damage?
So you are going to take 1d6, so 9 piercing damage, and
So-
11
uh-huh.
necrotic.
So 20 halved to 10.
Yeah. Of which 5, well actually it's only 9, because 9 and 11 each halved, because they're different kinds. So it's actually 4 piercing and 5 necrotic. However, that 5 is permanently reduces your hit point maximum by 5. And that's his turn. And I believe it is Julio's turn now.
Strike back, tree pope.
Yes, sir, it is. Okay, well, being grappled doesn't mean I can't attack.
No.
It means nothing for my attacks. I just
No.
have to move away,
Yeah.
which is fine for me. I don't care.
Which-
Let's attack him.
yeah,
Let's fuck him up real good with my special dagger.
no worries,
Ka-chow.
Amy. See you soon.
That's
Ka-chow!
24.
24 does hit, yes.
Sweet. Okay. So, okay, low damage on the fucking dagger though.
But you've done radiant damage to him. 15.
15 again. Stability. That's what we're
Yeah.
looking for. As he holds me, like I'm very small. How does he hold me with his big claws?
Yeah, again,
Is, like,
he's
around
sort
the
of
body?
he's gotten his arm around your shoulders. Julio, you can smell this guy. The smell coming off this person is that of rotting meat. Their limbs are thin and wiry under their cloak, and their breath seems to hiss through their beaks as they say,
Cool.
"You are a tasty one." Yeah,
Not great.
You are
Yeah,
getting
for me
some
also-
very like the flowers on your shoulders are wilting away.
Yeah. Both things are bad right now. Being a tree pope next to this is bad, and being a chef next to the rotting meat is bad. I'm having a bad time.
This is a
How
bad
bad-
day.
Yeah. How does Ereq look right now?
Not great.
Bad.
Bad. My healing is pretty meh. So I don't think healing you right now would be a good idea. When you go down, then yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Okay. Let's think about. Oh no, that's an action. I only have a bonus action now. I have a second bardic inspiration left. I will give that to Ereq.
Smart. Cool. Ereq, what does
Thank
it
you.
look like? What does it sound like, Julio, when you inspire your buddy?
Well, I think the flash of my dagger's radiant damage, and I think the glint of metal like takes a bit of sunlight and maybe like singes a bit of that Fel in front of Ereq, like a little ray that bounces off
Cool.
and gives Ereq a view where to hit.
So it would have to come off the hilt because the blade is exclusively made of light. Remember, it's a tiny little
Yeah.
lightsaber. Yeah, cool. You do that. Excellent. The fel that is grappling you, Julio, is going to stab you with its legendary action. And
He has legendary actions now.
yeah. Now.
Oh, okay.
Ooh. Julio, does a 17 hit?
Does not.
Didn't think so.
18?
Yeah, all right. 18. Yeah,
Nice.
he misses. You sort of wiggle out of his range a little bit. Ereq, it's your turn.
Oh, goody.
Cash.
My
kill it.
options are limited.
A little bit, yeah.
I'm gonna say the light singe the shadow a bit, and I will get inspired by that and cast Fire Shield
Thought you
on
might.
myself.
It's a good one.
Yeah. And this is going to be a chill shield so that it gives me resistance to fire damage.
Cool.
If that
Cool,
comes
cool,
up
cool.
again.
Yep.
In fact, it never did. It was
Didn't-
necrotic.
Yeah,
So
it's necrotic.
whatever.
But you never know. You know.
Yep. So
Cool.
this says that when a creature within 5 feet of me hits me, it takes fire damage. I would argue that grappling me would also cause.
I would say
damage.
definitely, yeah. Is it on its turn? Nerd Halla, thank you very much for the follow, you bloody champion. Avast, matey, you wee scallywag.
Well, it's when it hits me. So
Okay.
I would say probably when it starts its
At the
turn
beginning of
grappling
its
me.
turn, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Cool. So
What does it look like?
yeah, a bunch of Ereq's feathers start to fall out, and as they fall to the ground, they start to turn red, and when they hit the ground, they burst into flames.
Love it. And then these flames sort of lit
Surround
up
him.
around you. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, like his feathers are now ending in flames.
Love it. Anything with your bonus action?
All I can do is spells, and I can't cast 2 spells in
Yeah.
a turn. So not
You
this
don't
time.
have Shillelagh or something like that.
Bitch, I don't use Shillelagh.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're a primal savagery kind of person. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. In which case, it becomes that guy who's grappling you's turn. So he's going to take 2d8
Yes.
from the grapple. Yeah, 2d8. Roll
Yeah,
me some
2
d8s.
d8 fire damage.
Yep.
There you go. That's 5.
Yeah, look, it's 5 damage he hadn't already taken. Yeah, he's going to bite you.
I am gonna use Spiny Shield again.
Smart. Yeah, he is. I'm pretty sure it hits a 21.
Yes.
Yep. But it's nothing special. It's just the basic bitch damage. Very low for the piercing. Roll that d8 to see how much the spiny shield reflects. 3. Cool. Yeah, he does 5 piercing, which is down to 2 now. And a further, the necrotic's quite a bit. Wow.
Yeah.
It is 9, 12 necrotic.
Bye bye, everyone.
I got him down! However, I also
Okay,
take
don't be so happy
damage
about
from
it.
the fire,
Jesus.
right?
Oh yes, it was 1 attack, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's another 2d8. So I'll roll
Yep, roll that.
that.
Ereq is the thickest boy. Why is he
Alright.
down?
He's down. They're
12
gonna start
fire
trying
damage.
to hurt me.
And that was the 12 was the what he just healed. So yeah,
Great.
there you go. But you are out, as is the fire.
I
now.
sure am.
Cool. Yeah. So he is going to Just doing math. What am I doing? I don't need to do any math. That's fine. So Ereq is down. Yeah, he is going to dash over at Kesh now.
Mother.
He doesn't like that you're shooting him and stuff. So he's going to rush towards you.
Can he dash if he's already used an
Well,
action
he's
to
going to
attack
just
me?
move. He's not dashing.
Okay.
Sorry, he's just moving. But yeah, he leaps towards you, Kesh, with probably quite startling agility. He actually leaps up onto the top of the altar and runs across it at you. So he's sort of standing on it above you, looking down, and he is going to slash out at you with his blade. This is the first time you've seen it. This blade, this dagger, glows with these flaming, these green flames sort of lick along this sharp, nasty-looking dagger, and he slashes down at you. It does a 20. Oh, it's a 23. That's gonna hit. And Karen says the magic word.
I cast Spiny Shield.
Smart. He does do the max damage, however, with his 1d8, and he has cast Green Flame Blade. Which I think is a d6 from memory. No, not you. What am I wanting?
I would like to thank Jack for giving me inspiration,
Nice.
which I did already have. So I'm going to use this inspiration immediately when I roll my death save.
Smart. It's d8s. Okay. So a d8 of extra fire damage. All right, Cash, you take a sum total of it is 12 slashing and 5 fire damage. How much do? You roll a d8 for your spiny shield?
2d4s, actually.
No, it's a d8. We've changed it.
Okay. I don't remember that, but fine.
That was
Yeah,
the
we were
conversation
talking
we
about
had
it.
earlier. Brendan and I
Yeah.
were talking about it.
Because Spiny Shield is broken.
Because I got a 5
Right
on
before
the
the
first
section,
roll,
right?
and then a 2 on the second, and...
I'll pick the difference. You managed to reflect 4 of it. But yeah,
So I
it's d8s. What did I say? 12 bludgeoning. 12 slashing, so that it reduces to 8 slashing and 5 fire.
Well,
And that's his turn.
right.
And it's Kesh's turn.
I would like to... Oh, I
He's
have to
now
do
all
a...
up in your George Foreman.
I have to do a concentration check for Hunter's Mark.
Yes.
Is that a con save?
It is a con save.
8.
Don't think that does it.
Nope. Just lost Hunter's Mark.
But you can
Sweet.
just cast it again.
I can just cast it again. I am going to cast a 3rd level spell that I haven't actually used before, and I really hope it's going to work. It's called Fear. It's one of my abilities from the Ring of Animal Attraction
Uh-huh.
that I wear.
Yeah.
And actually it kind of works that I just lost Hunter's Mark because I was going to have to drop it anyway because this is a con spell.
Right,
Basically,
right.
I project a phantasmal image of a creature's worst fears. Each creature in a 30-foot cone must succeed a wisdom saving throw or drop whatever it is holding and become frightened for the duration. When frightened, a creature must take the dash action and move away from you by the safest available route on each of its turns unless there is nowhere to move. If the creature ends its turn in a location where it doesn't have line of sight, the creature can make a wisdom saving throw. On a successful save, the spell ends for that creature. So I would like to project it, obviously, so it's not going to hit me or Julio, but it's going to get this dude.
Yeah. What's the range on it?
It's a 30-foot cone.
It's the only person you'll get is the guy that's fighting you anyway.
Great.
Everybody
that's
else
fine.
is unconscious. Within 30 feet of you. The rug is
Yep.
40 feet across, so yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm just going to get this dude. That's fine. If I can get him to run away from me, that's sweet.
That would be neat. Yeah.
And I
Luckily, the
checked-
Rog is unconscious. Otherwise, that would be a
And
problem.
I checked, undead aren't immune to being...
No,
Aren't immune
it
to
it
this
is a
spell.
save. Yes.
Yes, it has to
Make-
pass a Wisdom 13 save.
A wisdom saving throw. Very well. Ooh. I did fail it. However, I'm going to use his legendary resistance to pass the save instead.
I hate you.
Hey, that's 2 down. I think that's 2 legendary resistances down.
Nope, just the
Isn't
one,
that
but he
the
only
first
he only
resistance?
has one.
Ah,
Oh, so if I cast it again, he's fucked.
Yeah.
If he fails.
If he fails the
If he
relatively
fails.
low wisdom save.
Right. Well, I'm pretty sure I can't do anything else because if I run away from him, he gets an attack of opportunity.
Yeah. You do
Uh-huh.
have, like, swords and things.
Can I cast a spell and stab him?
No, but you could cast you could do bonus action stuff if you've got any bonus action stuff. I don't think you do.
I've already done my Slayer's Prey bonus action.
Hmm.
I don't think I have anything else I can do for bonus action.
Nope. Okay. All right. Well, then it is the other guy, who is grappling Julio and is gonna bite
Yep.
him.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah, 19 on the dice.
Yeah.
So Julio, oof, that is. You're gonna uncanny dodge this, one assumes.
Yeah, for sure.
So this is a 14 necrotic, half to 7.
Okay.
And
Okay.
oof, yeah, the piercing's pretty good. The piercing is the full 10, half to 5.
Okay. And I also get 7 off of my max HP, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
And then he's going to stab you with his dagger,
Well, that's not great.
sort of shanking you a little bit with his offhand. It does hit. I mean, an 18 on the dice.
Yeah.
Ooh, minimum damage though, so 5 slashing.
Sweet.
And yeah, we go back to the top of the order. No, sorry, what are we talking about? It's
No,
Julio's turn.
me.
It's Julio's
Fuck
turn.
you,
Apologize.
dude. And or
How
like,
dare you try and dodge the tree pope?
oh, did you heal Ereq? You
Who?
didn't heal Ereq.
No, Cash did
Cash,
not
no?
heal Ereq.
Then
Ah.
I will heal Ereq. Yeah.
Good,
Cash
because I
can't.
can only
It's
good
fine.
bury him, and he's
Yeah.
unconscious.
Yeah, no. I have a healing word.
Yeah,
I'm
love
gonna
it.
use my healing word.
Smart.
Yes. First level.
Thank you very much, Jack.
There's not much difference in 1d4 and 2d4 right now.
Yeah, no. It's if he's gonna get hurt, he's gonna get hurt one way or the other, really.
Yeah. 5.
5. Love it. 5 hit points.
Yeah.
Right. Eric.
Yeah.
Now would be a
And I
good
still
time to turn into something with more hit points.
He's out.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
What do you mean he's out? Oh, you don't have any more changes.
He,
Damn it.
he brought out hope.
Okay. Well, that's rough for us. I'm gonna use my action to try and shank the man.
Nice. Smart.
That
Yeah.
I hope I hit. Let's go.
Ooh,
22.
yes, does hit. Yes.
Sweet. So
Stab him.
I get my sneak attack.
Yeah.
God, I love being a swashbuckler.
Yeah.
Sneak attack is pretty
Oof.
bad.
Pretty bad.
7. 12 all up.
12 radiant damage.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Not
important
great.
as well. As I'm sure
Okay.
you've probably figured out.
Yeah, and that's my turn. Bonus action, and I'm done.
Yep. Eric, you are back up. However, before you take a turn, the Fel that's attacking Cash is going to take another swing.
No.
It's just a normal stabby stab. Ooh, that's a crit fail. Cash,
Yay!
you don't get hurt.
Woo!
Nice.
Wing and a miss, mofo.
A little bit, yes. Eric, it's your turn.
Oh wait, Josh, you have inspiration.
Oh, I do. Thank you, Jack. I
Shut
will.
up, Daria!
15.
What?
There we go. There we go. All right, there we are. Better. Kesh, you take a further. Oh, it's not much. It's
Wait, what did you roll?
6. I got a 15 on the dice plus 9 for 24.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. However, yeah, you are going to take 6 piercing damage.
I would like to spiny shield again, please.
Can you?
It's a reaction if I'm hit by a melee attack.
I'm just trying to remember if you've already cast it this round. No, yeah,
if
you
she
can.
already
You can.
cast it this round, then it would still be up.
It would still be up. I'm just trying to think. I don't think she has cast it this round because it's Fel number 1 who's going for her. So yeah, I think you do have to burn the spell again, but yes, you can. So yeah, spiny shield it. Roll a d8.
Six.
You block all of it.
Yay!
He takes 6, and you don't take any.
How's he looking?
Not great.
Cool. Good.
Well, it's worth noting he wasn't looking great before. From what you could see of them, they did not look very healthy. So they look a little different from the beings you've encountered before. Their feathers, Kesh, now that he's up close to you, you're actually looking up so you can see a little bit under the cloak. Their feathers seem to have been leached of all color. And whilst they're not white, it's more like they just don't have any color at all to them. And
No
their
situation.
eyes glow a dull red. Yeah, again, you can smell this sort of rotten meat smell coming off him.
Gross.
Yeah. And it's Ereq's turn. You are on the ground.
I'm invincible!
You're a loony.
That's a nice callback. Also, fuck you.
Yes, I'm glad you appreciate it. I would like to imagine that my fire shield is not still on, but I probably still have smoldering feathers around me.
Yep.
I am going to slowly push myself back up.
Can you make a perception check, please?
Sure.
Ooh.
That's that one. Perception. Do I need to use my inspiration on this?
No, I wouldn't worry about it. 27's huge anyway.
Right.
You can see your granny is looking concerned.
Yeah.
She's
Through the
looking
window.
at you through the window, and there is... You haven't seen this very often on her face before, but she's worried.
Yeah. I'm gonna give her a thumbs up, and then I am gonna shakily stand and cast. I'm gonna realize what this is about. I'm gonna get knocked back down again, so I'm just gonna blow my load immediately. I'm going to cast Scorching Ray at 4th level.
At
Doing
which
5 bolts at the same guy that I have been attacking, who's
Yeah.
now attacking Cash.
going for cash? Yep, sure. Do you do it one at
do
a
you
time, or is it all at once? Yeah.
It's up to you.
All right. Do it one at a time would be my advice.
Okay. So I have advantage from the inspiration that Jack gave me, which was extra.
Yeah.
So that's a 28
Whoa.
to hit.
28 to hit on the first. Yes, does.
Yeah. You want me to roll damage? Each...
It would probably be sensible. Like,
Yeah.
you
Okay.
guys have been wailing on this dude for a while.
So you might do it in less than 5.
Well, this is the trick. So my question is, what does the spell say? Does it say you have to pick your targets before you roll any of them, or can you pick it one at a time?
It doesn't specify. So
Right.
what it says verbatim is you create rays of fire and hurl them at targets within range. You can
I
hurl
don't
them
see
at one
that it-
target or several.
Yeah, I don't see that implies that you can't, once you've taken out something, choose to redirect the rest to something else. That seems perfectly fair to me. So yeah, 8 damage, fire damage on this dude.
Yep. And what this looks like is my smoldering feathers that were creating the fire shield are flying up from the ground in rays of fire.
Very well. Dan, I'm sure they're just being diplomat. Oh. Hey, Dan.
Okay.
I don't think these guys do diplomacy. Just
What,
Neither
cash?
do I. Cool. My second one, I'm
Yep.
going to use my regular inspiration for that one.
Bardic inspiration.
No, because I already had inspiration,
Oh, right.
and then Jack gave me double inspiration.
Oh, okay, cool.
But you
21.
do have a d6 from me, just in case.
I do.
Yeah.
I'll use
21
that one
does
next
hit.
one. Cool. That's a 6 fire damage.
For 6, yes. The cloak immolates from the last 2 shots, and what you see beneath is a ragged, half defeathered raptor. They are gaunt, is putting it mildly. They are almost haggard looking, and a lot of the feathers are missing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's still
I probably look similar. Like I look on death's door. I'm not cocky or smiling. I'm just like I've got fire in my eyes. I'm just trying to murder this thing.
yeah.
Next one is a natural 19, so 28.
Hits.
7 fire damage.
Ereq, how do you do this?
I'm gonna keep peppering him with flaming feathers until he incinerates.
Sure. Very well. Yeah. I think the last of the cloak is sort of burns up, and then you swirl a big one around your head and just launch it at him, and yeah, he just goes up. And yeah, you hear this screeching, otherworldly, rasping noise coming out of him. Kesh, the smell of rotting meat is replaced with the smell of burning meat. And it's looking decided. Feels decidedly unhealthy. You can hear. In fact, Kesh, you can make me a perception check,
Ooh.
or Arcana if it's better, but I doubt it.
No, perception's definitely better than Arcana. That'd
10,
be a
no.
10.
You don't pick up on it. Your brain is just not focused on that. Because you go back, Ravania. Very well. Ereq, you have 2 left.
I sure do. I'm still not smiling. I'm just going to turn to look at the other one. Is he above me?
No, it's standing behind Julio.
Okay. So it
With
came
Julio
down
sort of
to...
in its grasp. Yeah.
Yep, great. I just turn to look at that one, and more fiery feathers shoot out.
Love it.
Great. 26.
Does.
Max damage 12. Fire damage.
Yeah.
Nice.
And that's a natural 20, baby.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's 12 plus whatever you roll.
Great. My app doesn't know that, so I'm just gonna roll these manually.
Yeah. 2d6.
17.
17. Very nice. That was a big hit. Very, very nice. Ereq, you are still up. Ereq, you feel... Can I get somebody to roll D-Rap, seeing as you're here? Can you roll us 2d4, please? Dan? Your little meat space boy. Or just one, and we'll double it. Exclamation mark roll space 4 in chat, Mr. D-Rab. 12. Gosh, Tony. Big brain moves. A 3. Ereq, you get 6 better.
Hey.
Oh, I look out the window.
and Granny's hands just appear to finish doing something.
Nice. Go, Granny.
Love you, Granny.
Yeah.
Old
The
bitch.
first guy is down. Let's
Okay.
yeah. Vision. No, what am I talking about?
I will rasp out. Oh no, I don't know that Julio has healed me, so that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. It's Cash.
Sweet. So the guy in front of me is evaporated in a ball of fire.
No, the corpse collapses, but yes, there is a pillar of fire that sort of burns around him for probably a couple of seconds. But yeah, he is on the altar and collapsed, this sort of reeking, almost skeletal pile of raptor.
Cool. Well, as long as he appears to be dead, I'm going to duck out to the side and take a few pot shots at our other friend over there.
Love it. Yeah.
So,
Do you want to use your bonus action to transfer
Yes, I was
your
just gonna
Slayer's
say.
Prey?
My Slayer's Prey is still active. It would
I
be
know,
Hunter's Mark I'd have to recast.
But you have to use a bonus action to move it from one thing to another. Because the thing
Ah,
is dead.
it's not dead.
No, the thing that it was on is dead. That's the trick.
Oh, but
And
I
when
still have
it
to use my
dies,
bonus action to
you
move
have
it?
to use your bonus action to move it. Yeah. It doesn't
Ah.
just automatically transfer, I'm pretty sure.
Let me check.
1 whole year! Omi, wow! Thank you very much for the resub, buddy. A whole year with you sexy stabby psychos. Yeah.
Anniversary.
Here's to 12 more. Exactly right.
It does. It says benefits last until I finish a short or long rest or I designate a different creature. It doesn't say I have to use a bonus action
Oh, I
to
apologize.
designate that different
Okay.
creature.
Very well
So I
then.
think I could just...
You just change it. You just move it over to a different
I
creature.
just move it, and then I'll use my bonus action to cast Hunter's
Hunter's
Mark
on the other guy.
on the
Very
new
well.
guy, because I've still got 2 spell slots left.
Love
one
it.
now.
Yeah.
And yeah, now he's gonna get shot.
Shoot him.
I shoot him with a 15. I might have to add that 4 I've got to it.
Yeah, I would. I'm not going to tell you whether or not you hit or not, but ooh, 16.
16.
Ooh, Cash, that is the number you needed.
Ooh, nice.
Because you moved to the side to get the shot around Julio. Because Julio is offering partial cover, but only from like directly behind. So yeah.
Yeah, that's
you
why I
hit.
moved.
Yeah.
Get a clean shot. Oh, okay. Another one.
Oof. Yeah.
So 8 damage, but it is plus the 2d6s of my other things. So
Yep.
hopefully they aren't also ones.
So
A
14
2
all
and a
up.
4. So another 6.
14 fire.
Yes, fire.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah,
And I
love it.
still have another shot. So I'll
has
shoot
another
him
shot.
again.
Where are you aiming? 18 hits.
Center of mass.
Okay, just going for the chest. Yeah.
Yeah.
These flaming arrows just lance into this guy's shoulder. Yeah. One after another. Roll that damage.
Yay! It wasn't a 1.
Ooh,
14,
14.
and plus 1
And a
6 for the new
D6.
Hunter's Mark. So 15, 16,
17
17 points of fiery damage.
Nice, Cash.
Before I
yeah.
once again ninja roll back behind.
Yeah, love it.
Because I don't want this guy to have a clear
And
Not that
it's that Fel guy's turn. And he's gonna bite Julio, surprisingly.
Wow, so original.
Yeah. And it hisses out the I will take at least this little one with me.
What a
it hits.
dick.
It definitely
Yeah.
hits.
Julio will like turn to him and say, "Do you have like any other moves? You gonna have to like spice it up sometimes."
Julio, you take the full 10 piercing of when he bites you, which you half,
And necrotic?
presumably, to 5. And the necrotic is only 9, actually,
Oh, okay.
which you also half to 4, I think, if you're doing your
Yes,
dodge. Yeah?
I do. Yep.
So you do lose that 4 permanently, but yeah.
I love how done Josh is with Julio being a rogue of, And you halve that damage, presumably.
Stupid.
Yeah, don't you
like
fucking have
every
it
DM.
too.
Yeah.
And then the dagger comes out, the flames light up along its blade, a bunch of runes carved into the blade light up along with it, these green flames lick up it, 23 to hit on this grappled Julio, let's do some damage. Ooh, Julio, you might want to actually dodge this one. That is 10 slashing damage and a further 3 fire damage.
Okay. Oh, I'm low as heck. I'm
Excellent.
quite low.
And it's Julio's turn.
Yeah, so I'm gonna. Okay, so to get out of the grapple, is that like
acrobatics
an
check.
action? Acrobatics check.
But it is an action, yes.
Okay.
It can't bite you unless it's grappling you, though.
How close to death does it look?
It looks like it's already dead. That's the problem. It's really hard to gauge because they are already dead.
Okay.
The other one, it's taken a lot less damage than the other.
Okay, you know what? I have 2 friends who can heal me if I do go down. I'm gonna just do damage instead.
Yeah, valid.
Yeah.
Apparently
So,
stabbing Julio is cliched. Yeah, apparently.
Yep. So
That's
is
a fucking late
so what I'm gonna do is I would like this fella to do a constitution saving throw, please.
Con save, very well.
Ooh.
Yes.
Interesting.
Nice.
Yeah. That
Please roll
is
shit.
only a 12, but I got that legendary resistance, might as well use it.
Cool. Nice.
You
Well,
didn't
I'm
know
doing
that
a
they have
thunder
this.
wave.
Thunder
Yeah,
wave.
I'm doing
yeah.
a thunder wave.
Cool.
And
Love
I'm
it.
doing it at 2nd level. Imagine. Imagine.
Boom.
When it just pulls out
What kind of
7th
bullshit
level.
has
No.
Nordhard been giving you?
all of the walls just go boom, just flatten like
Yeah,
that.
the entire thing falls
just
apart.
falls apart.
Yeah.
Granny gets
Well,
crushed
Julio
by a
does
wall
have
on
the
the
cool-
outside.
Fashionable mantle now. Maybe it gives him a 7th level spell just for a change. I don't know. Okay.
All right, roll that damage. He's gonna take half.
Yeah. So it's gonna
Is it
be.
everything within what range, or are you just choosing who?
It's a 15-foot cube originating from me. At a
Okay, so you're
specific-
aiming it backwards, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and also
Smart.
it pushes someone 10 feet away from you.
Oh, it's a only if they fail to save.
Yes, on a successful creature takes half and isn't pushed. Damn it! Should have fucking failed it. Okay.
He did.
So it's
That's why we have
so
legendary
that's a
resistances.
3d8.
Yeah, 3d8.
That's a 3d8
Very
for me.
nice.
Yes. Okay. D8. Ciao.
Ciao.
Wow,
Ka-chow.
so fucking low.
And I take half of
7.
that, right? So 3.
Yeah. That was nothing. That was truly nothing. Great. Cool. Love that for me.
Stabs you again.
Yeah. Can I have my offhand attack?
Yeah? No, because you cast a spell.
It's only a thing if I do attack.
Yeah.
Damn it. Okay. Then I don't have anything. I
Splendid.
just stand there being a fool.
It's going to use its legendary action to stab you again.
Cool.
Oh. Well, that's like a 13 on the dice. So yeah, 22 to hit. For a single d8. Whoop, that's 10. 10 stabbing damage.
I'm down. No.
Julio goes
Yeah.
limp in this thing's arms and it rears up looking gaunt and victorious, the eyes flaming red, and it's Ereq's turn. Ereq, surprised to still be standing, I imagine.
I got you, boo. I'm just like exhausted, dogged determination at this point.
Yeah.
Hope is going to fly out of my feather and over to Julio because
it?
I'm casting Healing Spirit.
Aha.
Nice.
So mechanically, Hope isn't out, but
Yeah.
yeah,
But
something that looks like
It's
Hope.
a-
Yeah,
yeah, it's a fail-based thing, so I figure why not Hope?
sure. Looks like Hope.
Yeah. So on your turn, you will heal D6.
So I will remind you, he has like legendary actions, and he goes before me.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Cash
super
has
fun.
got this.
Because you're not going to heal until your
After
turn.
his turn, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you would heal at the
It's
start
just
of your
he
turn.
can take 2 of my saves off with one attack, and he
Oh,
has 2 attacks.
if he's a dick, but yeah, he is more.
I
he
mean,
is more
he could
focused
do that
on.
regardless of whether I'm healing
Yeah.
you.
Sure.
He is more focused on killing the people who are still up than making sure you stay down.
I'm just getting war flashbacks too.
Omi, who's that for? Julio.
Times.
Julio, you have been granted, and it's super useful for you right now, a D4 bonus. There you go.
D4, nice, thank you.
Thank you, Omi. And Cash has
Thank
used
you.
hers, so I need to
Yes,
take that away.
I lose my little tentacle.
Also, the little thingy for the D4, Josh
Yeah.
drew that, and it
I
looks
did
very
draw it.
nice.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's not quite a Daria quality art, but I'm quite happy with it.
It's good. I like it.
Cool. Thank you very much.
As my action,
Uh-huh.
one
Oh,
of
that's
the...
a bonus action, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Produce Flame and have a fireball appear in my claw,
Uh-huh.
and then throw that.
Nice. At
so
the
this
guy.
is just, yeah, at the guy.
Barbecue this
Um,
fool.
That's 2d8 if I hit. So let's do that.
Is it a dex save, or are you hitting?
Nope, it's a hit, and that's a
Ooh,
natural
it's a
20.
crit.
Nice.
Load him up!
Um,
So that's a minimum of 16 plus 2d8s, right?
Yep. 24 fire damage.
24. Ereq, how do you do this?
God damn it! I wanted to
Nice.
take him out.
Well, you should have rolled better.
You did a
Damn.
lot, Karen.
I think the same. I'm gonna lob this fireball right at its back. Or its side.
Hmm.
I did want to move around to the side anyway.
Yeah.
And immolate it again. I want to
Is this
just
a cantrip?
consume it in fire. It is a cantrip.
Wow. Cool.
Hell of a cantrip.
Yeah. He immolates. This is actually probably a bigger sort of torrent of fire. This sort of, wall of flame erupts around this thing, and you hear it screeching this unearthly squeal almost. All of its voice up until this point has been quite dark, has been quite deep and hissing. Now it goes
Have
very...
they said anything?
Yeah, a bunch of stuff.
Okay. Oh yes, they have. Yeah.
Mostly to Julio. And Cash. Yeah, you were unconscious for most of it. Hope is... I will say Hope is narratively out, but not mechanically out, and is fluttering around.
Yeah.
And Julio, we are out of turn order. Let us just
Julio
have a...
recovers 1d6.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
Julio,
do you want me to roll it?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Please do.
Yeah.
And Granny,
4.
you can see
Nice.
Ereq. Granny has started slowly walking around the outside of the building. You see her move off. You probably go and just check. You see her start to walk around the building to come around to get in through the front door because she can't climb in through a window. And I think we'll take a short little breaklet there, guys. Well done. The last time we had a combat, you were like, "Oh, I was expecting like legendary actions and shit." You happy now?
Yeah, thanks.
To be fair, I about 2 rounds in, I was thinking, It turns out Bennick was the MVP. He was the one keeping us all alive.
Yep, turns out. Alrighty, well, we'll be back very shortly, guys. We're just going to have a short little break, refresh ourselves. We're back in 5 to 10. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Vast ahoy and g'day, mateys. We'll be back for a little bit more Humblewood. Guys, thank you so much for joining us and for sticking around. Dan, it's lovely to have you. We miss you. We love your face.
Yes.
They also miss your counter spell a lot, I think.
Yeah.
So, yes.
When Josh was saying, oh yeah, you can see that it's about to cast a fireball spell, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I can't do anything about this.
Yep. Just wanted you to know that that was what was happening. Yeah, and there were several green flame blades in that combat as well, but I don't know if anybody would have bothered to necessarily counterspell a green flame blade. But yeah, Granny comes back around through the front door. Julio, I imagine the healing spirit lasts for a minute, and you can all utilize it to heal up, though I imagine
There
Ereq
is a
and Julio are
limit
the
of-
ones making use of it.
Yeah. How many times can we heal?
6. So
We can split
I'm going to
it.
give them all to you.
All to moi?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, it's whoever's in it. So if you
Yeah.
stay there, then you'll get them. So
Julio,
I'll give you another 5.
Yeah, your what does it look like when you are healed? Given that you're a sort of a lifey kind of person now.
Well, the spirit looks like hope. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe because of my flowers like wilted a bit with the warmth
very.
that goes from hope. Yeah, they start to like slowly like open up a little bit, like maybe turning towards the warmth and the light from the hope. So
Sure. Yeah. I imagine hope sort of fluttering around you, like doing circuits. And as their light touches you, the blooms open, the blossoms sort of face the sun. Yeah, that's cute. Excellent.
Get 17 hit points, by the way.
There you go.
thank you.
Yeah, Granny comes in. Iari Shadowmalt walks back in and goes, "Oh, thank you. Well done." The air
check-
is the nose because it smells in here.
I want to check the bodies
Yes.
because These
I
are
also
undead
want to check
things.
the bodies. I don't
Yeah.
trust that these guys are totally dead.
Well, then you can both. What would you be doing to check these bodies? You can make arguments for investigation, for nature, for medicine, for arcana. You can do a bunch of different stuff, a bunch of different checks on them if you like.
Survival?
Survival would be a thing that you could do as well.
Can
In
I
fact,
roll
yes.
investigation to find any notes or connections to the cult as well?
Very well. Kesh, if you're going to make a survival check, you can do it with advantage.
Hey.
Because these are... Well, you'll figure it out. Scoop up the corpse tar. Surely it's useful component.
I'm going to use Arcana for a 13.
A
I feel
13?
like medicine or nature
Yeah, no.
aren't really relevant.
So, Julio, you're looking
It
for...
looks dead.
Julio's looking for evidence of connection to the cult?
Evidence of connection, maybe like some orders or anything that shows like what they've been doing. So sort of like clues, essentially.
Both of them are very badly fire damaged. So there isn't a lot to be found upon them. However, investigation would include talking to the only person who they were associated with who is still alive, which would be Iari. So you could ask Iari some questions. With that 18, she will give you she'll give you the information she possesses.
Okay.
Kesh, a survival of 23. Kesh, you are picking up strong elemental vibes off these guys.
Ooh. Are they death elementals?
You think they may well have, like they were, with a 23, you get the feeling that you can sense the soul of the creature within them, but it's sort of like it's meshed with a death elemental as well. It's like they became almost possessed.
So, like, but they are, but for lack of a better term, they're inert.
Yes. However, you get the feeling that they won't stay this way unless you do something. They're dead right now. But they could reanimate.
Right. I suspect kill it with fire?
Ereq, a 13 doesn't really add much to what Kesh already figured out. But yeah, you can sense their connection to a different plane of existence with that. Nothing more, unfortunately, with the 13. That was...
Hello, grandmother.
That was well done, boys. And girl,
Kesh
of
is a
course.
lady. Do you mind if we take this conversation outside and I start picking up one of the Fel-lows by the feet and dragging it out?
Yes, of course. It reeks in here.
If you were thinking that we should destroy that corpse, I would certainly agree with that sentiment.
Probably
Yes.
wise. Probably wise. The only thing I would suggest is possibly leave it in here because this is consecrated ground.
Don't think they care, really.
They didn't like this room.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Why do you think I asked you to come meet me here?
What if I bless the bodies?
Tree Pope powers activate.
I mean, you can try. In what way would you do that?
The closest thing I have is Druidcraft. I can give myself guidance, and I can try and use Druidcraft to plant one of my little flowers on them. And you know what I want to do? I want to plant the little flower and use Druidcraft for it to sprout little roots and start connecting with their chest cavity and kind of trying to essentially push out the necrotic energy out of it and bless it from within.
Julio, I love this idea. Yeah, make me a... It's got to be religion, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm guidancing myself.
Unfortunately, Ereq was unconscious, so you don't still have that thing that he did. Enhance ability.
Oh, it's fine. It was on charisma anyway, so that's...
Was it? I thought you had intelligence so that you would have advantage on insight checks. Religion checks.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah,
But
yeah.
it doesn't matter.
I forgot. Yeah.
Though
It's
Kesh
fine.
could do that now.
No, it's okay. I can do this. Because I have a D4, I have a guidance, and I have an advantage if I need it.
Yep, very well.
So I'll try it. I'll try without advantage, see what's up. Oh, I need that advantage for sure. That's not going to be enough.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Alright, so
burn the...
I'll roll again.
Yep.
Please be better. Fucking
comes
the
the 20.
same.
Wow.
What?
Okay.
That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous, but I have 2 D4s to give myself. I mean, I'll
Roll the
try,
D4s.
I'll try anything. Yeah. It's a 10.
For 10.
Oh my god.
Oof.
Julio,
Oof.
you can feel that what you are doing should work. You think you are too far from the source of your power.
Yeah, and also I never tried that before. So Julio concentrates and says I'm sorry, it's just maybe I'm not cleric-y enough yet, or all the heart is a bit always. But maybe we should find a cleric who can do this.
I'm
There should
gonna
be a
kneel
cleric in the
down.
city, right?
There's probably a cleric on the grounds.
Phasian went home.
I'm gonna. Right. That makes sense. I'm gonna kneel down by this corpse and put my hand out and say, Julio, may I borrow your dagger?
Yeah, of course.
Thanks. I don't know if I need to attune to it or not, but
Don't think so.
yeah, great. Cool.
It's a knife.
I'm gonna pop the radiant blade out and
Yeah.
stab it into the heart, and try to cut the heart out.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh.
Very well. Make a survival check, and I'll give you advantage because it's not that difficult. It's not moving or anything. You're
Thanks.
using a radiant blade.
18.
18. Lucky you had advantage, hey.
Yeah.
The others are 1.
Yep.
Cool. You do that. Yeah, you carve out the heart, and you hadn't noticed before that like, you know how... well, you may not know, but the difference between something that is unconscious and the dead, like, there's a different kind of slack. You know, unconscious is limp, dead is there is no muscular strength at all. This, yeah, the body seems to relax a bit as you pull that out, as you carve out the heart. It's cut out his heart with a spoon. Why a spoon? It'll hurt more. It's good reference, Tony. Long time ago, that one. That was Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Yeah. You cut out his heart with a rusty knife, with a shiny knife. Did you do this on the altar? Because one of the bodies was on the altar.
Whichever one Julio was trying to consecrate.
Yeah, which one would you have been doing, Julio? The one that was trying to eat you, or the one that was on the altar?
I think the one that was on the altar, because I was trying to go for religion, but I was
cool. You do that. So the one on the altar has had its heart carved out. The heart is a blackened, charred, sticky mess. It has the consistency of slime. It's not nice meat. It's not it's not really meat at all. Yeah.
Is
Blend
it still
for
beating?
Trish. No. You would probably have seen in your time off meat, rotten meat. This has, even while you've been looking at it, rotted. It is aging by the minute. The form has the look of something like a mummy, but it's like mummification by just desiccation. Just something you leave it out in the desert long enough and it'll just dry out and petrify. That sort of, almost the opposite, Bishop Blood, not liquefaction.
Like fossilized.
Yeah, almost fossilization. Yeah, that's sort of what I'm aiming at.
Yeah. Was Kesh looking at this body or the other one?
I think you've all been looking at the same one.
Well, I was closest to the one on the altar, so
Yeah.
I would have been, yeah.
Okay. Okay. I will hand the dagger back to Julio and keeping the heart at arm's length. And we'll say, Julio, you want to get the other one? And we'll burn them both.
Okay.
That is disgusting.
Yes.
I feel like someone has to say that is disgusting.
No
For
disagreement
half a second,
me.
I was considering using them as components, but no, that's not.
Oh, that's even more disgusting.
No.
By the way, Madam Granny, and as Julio cuts out the body without even looking at it, Madam Granny, would you be willing to tell us about when they appeared and how this all came about? I'm trying to connect to who is actually in charge of these two.
Yes, we can talk a little bit more freely now. I think I'm glad you sort of picked up what I was putting down.
Honestly, you could have just walked in here and said, "Kill these fools," and we would have just gone for it.
The trouble is, my dear, if you had not succeeded, they would have proceeded to murder everyone on the grounds.
Ah, true.
My family were hostage to their desires. These things are servants of that which you call You've probably encountered it. Yes, Menzeloth.
Yeah, we
Did
could say we
they-
encountered him.
Yes. Did they appear recently?
No,
Or-
they showed up a little after the wedding. I approached the cult, as you call them, and said I thought I might need some bodyguards.
Oh.
And they were sent.
Well, it seems like they had you well guarded.
Well, I was effectively protected. I hadn't realized quite how much. I mean, well, right up until our conversation, I was quite glad of their presence. They were there for my protection. From you, in fairness. Or people like you, anyway. I don't think they had specifically you in mind. But a couple of days ago, they got very agitated. And they've been behaving strangely ever since.
Yes, that would be from when we killed Menzeloth.
Ah. Yes, that would probably match up. That would make sense. You... As in, you banished it.
No.
No, he
He's dead.
said without his boss man rezzing him, he just kind of blamps out of existence. So
No respawn for this one.
He has ceased
Even-
to be.
Even though Kren was posing as Titon, and amusingly, Menzeloth was serving that false Titon, it had still forsaken Kren's name, and Kren didn't seem to be very happy with that.
Ah.
Amaranthine.
No, you see, that is actually the first sort of... you talking to all of these deities and so forth, that actually makes perfect sense. And lends an awful lot of credence to what you were saying, young man.
Good.
You're
Well,
the first
yes.
person who's believed us that we've interacted with deities.
It's a, the idea... Well, I've seen for myself that their behavior changed. And that would happen if their patron, as it were, was destroyed, which could only happen if it was no longer protected by the Amaranthine it serves. And if it was working for Titon, but it wasn't actually working for Titon, it was working for Kren, then Titon wouldn't have liked what it did, and neither did Kren. I mean, anybody who works for Kren deserves everything they get.
Well, quite.
Treachery is in its nature. Well, all right. So where do we go from here?
Right. So you're team not cult now. That's
Look, save my daughter, and you have an ally on the council.
We will do our utmost to fulfill that pledge.
However, have you really considered what we're going to do? Because me going along there and immediately starting to make suggestions that isn't going to gel with what everybody else is, as you probably surmised, the election is really not that particularly, like, we're all going in assuming we're going to, like, I know I'm going to be elected.
Yes.
I probably wouldn't have had to, we probably wouldn't have to rig it, but consider it rigged anyway. Don't leave this sort of thing to chance. So, now I was doing that because it was important, because they needed to have somebody like me on the council. I'm prepared to ignore whatever rules needed to ensure things to go properly. But, if they don't like what I say, I'll disappear. And you're out one grandmother as well as one ally on the council. So here, may I make a suggestion? I've been having a think while you were having your fisticuffs.
Yes.
By the way, and she actually puts a hand on your shoulder, on your upper arm, Ereq, and says, "That really was well done. I'm impressed."
I'm like squatting at this point. I'm fucking wrecked. I'm missing feathers.
Under her touch, you feel better.
Right.
you heal, let's say, another... that was the equivalent of a healing word. You get another... min damage. You get another 5 hit points.
Correct.
She says, may I suggest instead... the best way might well be go loud. Bring the others back. Bring Beta, Mentax, and not Sobel, Viscar back. Bring your Beneseridon as well. Have them all stand up. Everybody is coming to the Older Heart anyway to vote. So you rally all your humble folk. Everybody comes for the reason that we're all giving them, to elect a new council, and instead we go in there and show the world what they have done. Show the Everden what has happened. You have so many people who can attest your side of the story. And then I or you could suggest a different solution, a new solution, a better way.
And what do you see that better way looking like?
Well, like you were saying before, representation of the humble folk on the council. Maybe make the council a little bigger. I think... Did you know the reason why the Birdfolk Council is exclusively Birdfolk?
Just assumed it was them being elitist dicks, but if there's another reason, sure.
No. The original intention was that Alderheart would be a primarily Birdfolk city, whilst the companion city of Bramblewell would be the Humblefolk equivalent. The ruins of Bramblewell, you see them every time you look out the window in Alderheart. They sit at the base of the tree to the northwest. But they haven't been inhabited for many, many songs. Instead, eventually the little town withered and died, and everybody just moved into the Alderheart instead. I believe when the original decision was made to found the great city of Alderheart, the Birdfolk and the Humblefolk agreed in unison. And it was there was the last mayor of Bramblewell, a Jabin, I believe, was staunchly against it, and the agreement eventually was that the Humblefolk would have their sway in Bramblewell, while the Birdfolk Council would rule the Alderheart, and that both would be tied together by alliance. It was a sort of mutual supporting treaty, one that I believe the Humblefolk feel the Birdfolk welched on, as it were, very quickly. Less than 20 songs later, Bramblewell was almost exclusively deserted, as everybody moved into the larger, more prosperous Alderheart. But it wasn't an aggressive thing. People just moved.
Right. So we could propose that essentially we expand the council in the spirit of...
that original proposition.
Yes. Splitting the governance more... Splitting the governance more equally between the two sides.
Yes.
And I would say it's a very good idea that we need to do it loud and very publicly, because if, for example, you propose that and then they dare do anything against you, everyone knows why they did it, and that would give you protection from a larger force than the cult, which is just everyone else.
I suggest you want to do this in 3 days, before the elections. I will be there. I'll be up on a podium, making my case for why I should be a member of the council. You come along, you decry Larimar and Sobel, you lay clear the truth of what they have done. I suggest you not bring anything about the cult into it. Don't mention the deities, don't mention the cult, you'll sound like raving lunatics. You don't have to do that. Just show what they have done, not why they have done it.
How do we explain what they've done without bringing the cult into it?
Greed, power. They got it. They wanted
It's why
have
they're doing it
been
anyway.
responsible for kidnapping.
Most
They
of them...
They have signed papers ordering the Perch Guard and the Wildwood Brigade around. We have a paper trail.
There was a series of abductions, I believe.
Yes, Riffin
Yes.
could testify. He's respected.
He is
And welcome.
welcome as well. Gosh. Yes,
Susan?
Yes.
I did know about that. I insisted they keep that one alive.
Were there any that they killed?
I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
From what they said about me, they didn't so much want to kill them as just keep them out of the way.
My understanding with you, my dear, is that you are considered exceptionally useful, and you've just demonstrated again why. They don't want to shoot themselves in the foot. They do know what's coming.
Just hoping we'll all be distracted by the larger threat so that we wouldn't be all like, we're not helping you, you locked us up in a weird prison over a tar pit.
Exactly. I imagine they were probably going to try and make it look like they weren't members of the cult. So, to get you on side, they would save you from the prison and have some sort of... Yes, a few cultists would sacrifice themselves. Or maybe not. But just make it look like you were being rescued, being broken out of prison, and then you can... Off you go, fight a war for us, would you? There you are, good on you.
That's even more elaborate than one of my plans.
Well, an awful lot of thought had been put into it.
Yes. Well,
Question, what do we think the cult's reaction to this would be, though?
They are swinging blind right now. Their connection with their deity is severed. They are leaderless insofar as their divine purpose is concerned. There are more of those creatures. I know that those weren't the last two. They are all identical. I don't know exactly why or how, but something foul was done. They, I believe, ingested part of Menzeloth.
Oh.
The relationship is similar to that of a warlock and their patron, I believe. I don't know exactly what deal they made, but it was unsavory, obviously. And once their patron died, they had to find a different way.
I'm just a little worried that if we do bring everyone from the fort, and they are, as you say, swinging blind, I'm a little worried that they will just attack on the spot, because it would seem like we're bringing in the forces.
Don't bring in an army.
Leave
Bring
the army
in-
outside?
we can bring in a handful
People.
of important people.
But
Okay.
people, the people of the Humblewood are your main allies in this, because the cult is powerful but small.
Right.
But if you have enough people, bird and humble folk alike, most of them are good. They'll support you. They want right and justice and all of that lovely stuff.
I wonder how effective... Julia, you mentioned your little slander campaign. What exactly did you say?
Oh, I thought you'd never asked. So, I actually have two
Libel,
punches,
thank you. Yeah, it's in writing.
Yeah, it's in writing.
Thank you, Bishop Blood.
I made two things occur. One of them is that each and every single citizen of Aldehard can put themselves on the ballot and get elected into the new and improved council. So I was hoping to like bog them down with bureaucracy and a bunch of people signing in. And another thing is I advertised that the new tender boss and his people are now using their magic freely to heal every ill person in town. I would hope that would also get them busy and maybe make people unhappy with the new leadership, because obviously they cannot do that. So, yeah.
As I understand it, there are very few tenders left in Alderheart.
Exactly. So they're in the shit right now.
I see. What you have probably done is bought yourself a couple of days. If even half of this works.
Because if anyone can...
Sorry.
Because if anyone can be elected, anyone can speak, which means they have to let everybody speak.
Well...
Exactly.
Hey, Absalom Duck. She says, well, that's not going to fly, but even if you gum up the works with a lot of people showing up and saying, I want to be king, no, me, I want to be king, they won't, you can't do that. You do actually, there is a process. You have to have a minimum, you have to have sort of 200 or 300 people sign a petition saying, yes, I'll support you. But most people don't know that.
Yeah.
And Jobeans have large families.
Jobeans do have large families.
I just love like the Jerbeen, I don't know, let's call him Jerry Smith, like puts his name forward, and there's 200 people and they all have the surname Smith.
Yeah.
She says,
oh, that's my cousin right there.
Yes. I think that could bureaucracy could gum up the works a little bit. That might be very smart of you. Look, like I said, the deal is save my daughter and I will do everything I can for you. How do you propose to do it?
Okay, well, here's the thing, right? We would need to travel to the plane of life.
Yes.
Can we do the council thing first and then do the daughter stuff? Because I'm like fully on board. I want to do it. And you have my word as triple. I'm just worried that we might be taking a lot of time to travel.
Not to mention if we're to be responsible for getting the VIPs back from the crest.
You have an army for that.
Yes,
one that can move pretty much. One that can move pretty much unencumbered at the moment. So, yes, I mentioned before. I don't know if you're aware of this, Major, but your forces did a bit of a coup. I received word just yesterday evening, yesterday afternoon, around dusk, I believe. Fully half the Perch Guard was ambushed by Wildwood Brigadiers, and in a field. I don't believe there was a huge amount of loss of life. Well, so I've heard the official report. I've also heard an unofficial report.
Oh, I'm far more interested in what the unofficial report
The
says.
official report is that they gave a good account of themselves, but they were almost all slaughtered.
And unofficially?
Unofficially, they laid down their arms quite quickly, actually.
Yes,
when it became evident that they were fully surrounded and fighting on very unfavourable ground against what they believed to be superior numbers. In a situation that they were anticipating to do an ambush, they instead were themselves ambushed.
Oh no!
You wouldn't have anything to do with that, would you, Major?
Oh no, that doesn't sound like something I'd do.
No, one Captain Esticle was credited with being in command of that particular action.
He always did have more balls than brains.
I forgot that was
High
his name.
fives! High
I'm so
fives,
happy
Zora.
now. Yeah, that's great.
I mean, it was Kesh's idea, but yeah.
Granny doesn't need to know that
Yeah,
right now.
no.
Yeah, Matrix, I do have one suggestion. If you would give us the grace of doing the council first and like clearing up that crisis, there is something that we can definitely do in the meantime for these at least a couple of days. Is I would ask you to take your daughter with you to Alderheart, and we have a special sacred place that is filled with life energy and the power of Alderheart. I am more than 100% sure that whatever ails her will at least be halted while she's there.
The mitigation.
What would you do? How do you plan to cure her? You plan to travel to the plane of life.
I think I would personally need to look at her first, but second, I would want to take her to that shrine that we have of Alderheart. You see that here my power is not as strong, but there I would be able to communicate and ask Alderheart directly for support on this, and we'll figure out how to teleport. We have people connected to the
avium.
Avium. We have people in the avium who know their way again around extraplanar movement. So with all the heart and them on our side, we'll definitely be able to do it.
There are ways.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. If anyone can give me an inspiration right now, that'd be lovely. I'm not.
Are you
saying
fresh
that
out?
I need it. Yeah, I tried to use that on my religion, and
That's right. Yeah.
was out of tries.
Can I
juice.
use the help action? Give advantage.
Omi got me though.
I mean, come through.
Yeah,
For
thank you,
Julio.
Omi. Thank you.
All right, go on then.
Okay. Can I guidance myself as well?
Yeah. That's
you know
that's
what
the whole
you
point
can
of it.
do, Ereq. You can
Yes.
give me your inspiration that you haven't touched.
You've
Can
gone.
I give it to you if I haven't touched it?
Oh right, because you haven't failed it. Never
Yeah,
mind.
he hasn't failed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn
Yeah,
it.
I was thinking about it. I'm like, I don't know how
Yeah.
to.
Also, does it work? Does it stay if Julio goes unconscious?
I don't think
would
it
think
does
so.
anything with me.
Yeah.
It's
All right.
not like a spell or concentration.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Okay, so that
27
is
is pretty good though.
29.
29. Okay. Yeah, so you've burned that inspiration immediately. Okay. Cool.
Yes, sir.
29. She says, "Why don't we go and see the lady? See what you can see. See what you can do. Because Phasian has informed me that she may not have long. And whilst you three can teleport, I will organize it. I can't, I am too old. And she is too frail. She will have to travel along with me. I will organize a guard. She'll get there. If you can tell me how to get her into this lovely little grotto of yours, that would be fine. But my concern, first and foremost, is her. The rest of the wood can burn as far as I'm concerned. If she survives,
Well, I guess we better go see Mum then.
Yeah. Let's go see then.
it's a little while yet. I mean, you've got a little while to regain some channel points, some doubloons. Very well. So you go and see Mum area. So yeah, you head on up. It is the clouds have parted. It is actually a very pleasant morning now when you leave the building. What do you do with the second body?
Oh, I guess we carve its heart out as well, so we can...
That's right,
we
Julio did that.
The thing
Yeah.
as we talked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She says, I'll send someone to come and, sort that out. We are being raided! Raiders, thank you very much for the raid. Fate's Grip McKellar, you bloody champion.
Hello.
Wreck me, Josh.
Welcome.
Wreck me, Josh. Okay, very well then. That's a
Wow.
story
Right
there.
out the gate.
Get wrecked.
So now that we have been raided, I would like to describe how I burned the hearts of these people that I carved out of their bodies.
Absolutely.
We're the
yes.
good guys.
Yeah.
Where's my
Yeah.
tar pit?
There is a small stone bowl on the altar that is completely unused at this point. Just saying.
Yeah, that's probably appropriate. Yeah, I'll put the hearts in there, and Hope is out narratively. So I will have her be over it and cast Produce Flame and make a Death Elemental Heart bonfire.
Very well.
The best kind of bonfire.
So, guys, thank you very much for the raid, you bloody champions. Yeah, apparently they were having a Buffy thirst rating stream. It was messy. Thanks, Red. That's interesting to know.
I have so many questions.
I have so many questions. They were just chatting. Guys, thank you so much for the raid, you bloody champions. If you haven't already, if you're not already followers of the wonderful Fate script, go over, check them out. Michele runs an interesting and exciting game as well. If you like some good D&D, you can do far worse than go check out its Fate Grip. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Saw some lovely people in chat as well. We will answer none of the questions very well. Interesting. So, hey, Dragon Kier. Hey, Emily Grace. I saw the NPC DM as well. Hey, buddy, how you going? Charles Milan, thank you very much for joining us, guys. Thank you for bringing your lovely people. Thank you for coming along. Happy time zone to you. We are just having a conversation with Ereq's granny, who is being a little obstructionist about what the order she wants things to happen in. Basically, she's agreed to help, but she is pretty stickly about the whole, my daughter is dying and you need to save her before I help you out. Also, your mum. So, you know, there's that. So, yeah, you head on into the house. Iari leads you along and... sorry, Ereq, yes, how do you dispose of these hearts?
Yeah, put them in the stone basin in the cathedral and burn them.
Very well. She says, yes. And immediately, as you do that, the smell of rotting meat fades.
Ooh, that's a pleasant change.
She says, good, that's better. Yes, well done. Nice idea.
Guess we don't have to light some incense after all. That's much better.
Look, probably couldn't hurt. All right, come along then. Let's go and see your mother. She'll probably be glad to see you anyway.
Yes.
Did Eric get along with his mum?
Reasonably, I think.
You
I
can
don't know
ask
if there was a
Mikhail.
lot of
You can
love.
ask me in character, yeah.
Yeah, you can. Do that.
I'll do it quietly so you don't have to, like, announce it to everyone. I'll kind of just fall into step beside you, Eric, as, like, Granny's presumably leading us along and being like,
Mm-hmm.
Eric, I realised I never clarified. Do you get along with your mother?
Certainly better than my grandmother. There was a certain coldness. Duty was always very important for us in my family, particularly in my upbringing as the eldest child. But the last time I saw her was at the wedding, and for better or for worse, she's been softened in her current state.
Right.
I do love her.
Of course. Just, yeah. I suppose I was kind of asking how much she's like her mother.
The family is very traditional. I would dare say a little more progressive, but my view of my grandmother has changed drastically over the last 30 minutes.
Yes, mine too. She's very reasonable when you get her in the right frame of mind.
Particularly when she has a dying heir, yes.
Yes, that as well. Leverage helps. Leverage is helpful. We just have to be able to actually pull it off.
We will.
Cool. Yeah, you head on up. Julio and Granny walking a little ahead. She asks for. She asks for your arm to help her along, Julio.
My hands are very sweaty. I'm sorry.
She says, "Yes, I'm not surprised." So, where did Ereq find you, my young friend?
Oh, yeah. So actually, that was an interesting story. Ereq and the crew actually helped me and my previous employer on the road. One time we were in a bit of a pickle, and well, you know how they are. They go into the fight. I was
You were
looking
almost
for
a different person back then.
Oh, this was so far long ago. Like I almost don't remember it. It's just so hazy in my mind. But yeah, they helped us. And I came back to the shop and started doing my thing, but being stationary was not something I was accustomed to. I was a pirate before this, and yeah, and the lads needed a little bit of help, and I started helping them. Then one thing went to shit, and the previous pirate friend was kind of gone. I guess I was a little bit of a substitute. I don't know. It's fine now. It's okay. It's, we make it work.
I can see why they keep you around.
I understand that I did not answer this question at all, huh? I'm a little nervous.
That's fine, dear. You're doing great. Let's see if you can cure my daughter. She leads you up into the large rambling house. There is a stairwell. It's actually, there has been, Ereq, you would actually notice that this has been modified. It was a stairs, now it's a ramp. Mm-hmm. They have made the home at least slightly wheelchair friendly. She leads you up into the bit of the house that Area inhabits. Into Aria's room. The curtains are drawn. Light spills into a... Actually, you know what, Ereq and Brendan, you tell us. What does your mum's bedroom look like?
I dare say I wouldn't know.
Damn.
I imagine there's probably an entire wing of the house that is dedicated.
Oh, she would have a suite, yeah,
and our family.
Yep.
We're not just in bedrooms. We've got our own part of the house. She and Dad would be in their own little suite. Which would probably have a living room, entertaining area that I would be used to visiting. It's probably where I had a lot of my lessons, actually.
You went into this bedroom last time at the wedding when you went and saw her.
Yes, yeah. It's a large canopy bed. There is probably no, I was going to say there's a small kitchen attached, but they don't cook their own food. No. But there would be whatever we're using for bathrooms connected, as well as an entertaining area.
Definitely an ensuite, yeah.
Yeah. Large windows, I think. Lots of light.
Definitely. And a built-in bookshelf along one wall, I think, as well. Fairly laden, often, I think partially connected would be a private study. With a desk and everything. The bed, you notice a small chair with wheels. The chair would be wicker, like a basket chair. And a couple of spindly wooden wheels attached to, functional, but it looks a little spindly. And she's not currently sitting in it. She's just sitting up in bed, reading. She looks older than when you saw her last. Even last night, she looks older now, this morning. And I think the word is faint. Just, yeah. Like she is fading away. Your dad sits in an armchair next to the bed. He's probably sleeping in the bed with her, like, at night, but yeah, he's up and about. And he's sitting in a wingback chair next to you, next to the bed. And I mean, you don't see them without them seeing you, but he would be occasionally looking up. But Iari comes in with you, and she initially you hear her say, "Mother, oh, Ereq. Hello, dear."
Hello, Mother. I'm going to go to her, and I will look at Dad as well.
Your father. It was good to see you, son.
Yes, the two of you as well. You're looks like you're getting more color in your feathers, Mother, since the last time I saw you.
She chuckles and says, "There's no need to humor me.
Yes.
Phasian's a terrible liar."
Yes. Yes.
But I appreciate the effort. How are you? We've been hearing
Better
all
than
about
I
your
was.
adventures.
Have you really?
Well, only the sort of thing that makes the news. But there was a wake worm.
Yes. Two, actually.
Oh?
Yes. We, not that you need to know this, but there was a baby that we rescued from a pirate.
Oh. That's splendid. Good job.
I would
I haven't
like
met your
to...
friend.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is our friend Julio, Switchgear, and I'm sure you know Major Cash Glitterweave.
I remember the Major, yes.
Hi.
I would like to spend time to tell you all about all of my stories, but I need to spend that time getting you better. To that end, my friend Julio here has an affinity to the older heart and to life. And he wanted to see you.
She doesn't perk up like, "Oh my god, yes, finally, hope."
Yeah.
But August does.
Yeah.
Your father is taking a lot of... He is doing his best to sort of, like, be subtle about it, but he's like, "You have my undivided attention." His eyes are, like, jumping from you to Julio and back again. Like, okay. And he says, "What does your friend need from us?"
Right now, if you don't mind, my lady, can I take your hand?
I'm probably holding her hand, so I'll stand up and like offer it to you.
Yeah. Take care, Dan. See you, buddy. Yeah, she offers you her hand. You go to hand her hand to Julio, and she goes, "I can lift my own hand." And
She's
reaches
sassy.
out to Julio.
Okay.
Of course, Mother.
"I'm dying, I'm not dead."
Julio will take her hand in his small little palms and quietly, so only she can hear, say, "I'm gonna be honest, I've never done anything like that, and I don't know what I'm doing. However, I have absolute faith that Aldehyde can help you. It has never been wrong in the time I've been there, okay? So I might look like a fool for a bit, but it will pull through, okay?
So you are planning to say this in a room full of people, specifically
Quietly.
only to her.
Yes.
Quietly enough that she can hear it, but no one else, including her husband, who is hovering very closely, and
Well,
Ereq, who is
they can
next
like
to you.
try and hear it.
Who are all
If they
birds
Who
with
are
exceptional
all birds
hearing.
with good hearing.
No, I'm not like trying to keep it a secret. I'm just
If
like
only you
I'm
had
trying to
message.
establish a rapport with her,
Right.
and also like
So yeah, you're
because I don't
want to
look like one of
honest
those
with her.
physicians.
Fair,
Yeah, I don't want to be
Okay.
like the physician guy who's like, "Oh, you're doing great." Yeah.
Make it. If you want to be unheard by everybody except her, it's going to be a very high stealth check, which I acknowledge you are good at.
Okay. Well, let's try.
Yeah, Bishop.
That's not
Every
gonna be a big
time,
thing for me,
Bishop
but
Blood.
it's a
Yeah, you
20.
could have just messaged her.
Yeah.
How dare you? How dare you?
Yeah. I think, you manage to, everybody else knows you're whispering. It's obviously you are whispering something to her, but they don't know what. As you lean in, and you would actually have to lean in and whisper it into her ear. Your goal here with this is to sort of build a rapport. Yeah, I know,
Yes,
right? Plus 12. She's expertise with a proficiency of 4. So, yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. All
17.
Hudo is doing is just being honest because
Just wanted to check.
he understands that she was being lied to before, and like he's also very not sure about his spouse, but he's like trying to
Amusingly,
make her
August
an
heard.
agent into. Oh, nice.
August overheard. August got a 19 plus 3, so yeah, he actually overheard. But Ereq is a little fixated on his mum at the moment, I think. So yeah, Julio. So you're trying to build this rapport. What check would you use to make that rapport, to build that rapport with her?
Well, I would
Presumably
use persuasion if I could.
I guess. Yeah, I'd say persuasion.
Uh-huh.
That plays. That makes sense.
That'd be nice. 19.
19. Yeah, all right. She feels herself opening up to you a little bit. Yeah, she says, "Very well. So, what do you plan to do? How
Well,
should we do this?"
Right now we just need to, I guess listen. Let's close our eyes, okay? Let's close our eyes.
Yeah.
Aldehyde is very far, but if you listen very, very intently, I think even here you can hear its rustling huge branches, right?
You have a piece of the older heart with you.
You mean the cloak?
Hmm.
Yeah, I was getting to it. I'm just
Okay. All right.
trying to
Yeah.
like get her into meditative state.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you listen very intently, you can hear Aldehyde's rustling branches, and I will, will my little flowers to also move a little bit as if there's like this wind in the tree.
Yeah.
And I will hold her hand and say, I truly do not know what you've been feeling and for how long you've been in this, but in the place where I come from today, it is warm and it is light, and whatever happens now, I just want you to know that there is a place for you in the older heart always. And I will try to concentrate and ask Aldehyde to peer through me at her, and I will pull my eye covering up, and I think for the first time everyone, even including the party, sees that the other eye is this like emerald green that shines a little bit through the socket, because that was what happened when I was given the powers of the College of Canopy.
Yeah.
And I ask the Aldehyde to look through me at her.
So, Julio, make that religion
Yes.
check.
Do I at least get advantage for my cool setup?
Uh,
No, it's fine. It's fine. I can do it. It's fine. I don't need advantage.
you can guidance yourself.
I can guidance myself. Okay, sweet. Okay. Okay, it's actually not that bad with my +3. That's a 19 as well.
19. Yeah, Julio. As you close, you are obliged to sort of, as you pull. Do you move the eye patch to the other eye, or do you just remove it? Yeah.
Yes.
So you sort of force yourself to look through. Now, were you missing that eye, or was it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, you sort of focus for the first time then in looking through the eye that is no longer there, and yeah, the world is very hazy. Like I don't know how thick your glasses are, but yeah, it's sort of like looking through really thick glasses when you don't need them. So the world goes extremely blurry, and I think everything is in just varying. There is no detail at all. It is just variations of energy. You can perceive the energy of the things that are around you. You are in a house that is made of a living tree. So you can see the floors of the tree. You can see it more like the energy of life flowing through it more than the physical structure itself. You can see the sort of the energy moving through those living spaces. You can see the energy of your living friends around you. Kesh, what color would Kesh's sort of life energy essence be?
Oh. Probably green like the forest, to be honest.
Sure, yeah. So Kesh is this sort of deep leafy green, this sort of evergreen green, sort of the color of pine needles, and a second sensory effect of that same scent of like fresh pine after rain is Kesh. When you turn to look at Kesh, that's what you see through this elemental vision. Then you turn and look at Ereq. What colors and smells and sensory effects would Julio see looking at Ereq?
The color obviously would be orangey red.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of heat
yeah.
would be coming off. The smell of smoke.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Where most of what you can see is life. In Ereq's place, you see a distinct flame essence. This is not of this world. And if you were to turn, with just a little bit of black, at its core, no. And then sitting on his shoulder, there is a beacon of the same fiery elemental energy. Looking around the rest of the room, you see a dark blue, almost the color of the deep ocean where August is standing. Iari, there is a brittle yellow. It is sharp-edged and keen. It's like a paper cut. Is the feeling that Iari is giving off. And then finally you look down. It's almost like you didn't want to look. Like your eye kept drifting off her as you finally make yourself look down at Area. And there is the soft orange of her is almost completely engulfed by black tendrils leaching out from the center of her. These misty black tentacles of foul necrotic energy. Mechanically death elemental energy.
So is there an actual elemental that is like sucking her life away?
It does feel like something from the plane of death is leeching her.
Mm-hmm. Do I sense that it's like a parasite inside of her, or it is somewhere else, just like drawing her power?
Make an Arcana check, or
Arcana. Okay.
or Nature if it's better.
Arcana or Nature, both pretty bad.
Or
However,
Religion.
They're the same, brother.
Okay.
They're all bad. However,
Your religion's a
can
+3, isn't it?
Yeah, my nature is also +3.
Oh, okay, right. Sure.
Yeah. However,
Oh yeah, this is a
can I-
bard saying, "Oh, it's so bad. It's only a +3."
Yeah.
Yeah, said the bard.
Partial
However,
proficiency.
I will,
Stupid. Yeah.
I will turn to Ereq, and I will with my other hand I'll hold his, because I know he's good at Arcana. I'll just like try to like channel my inner Ereq, because I can't explain what I'm seeing currently, so I can't really ask for help. But
Sure.
I'm just like for the flavor of it.
Very well.
All right, I'll try to do Arcana.
Oh, squeeze his hand.
Oh no,
Yeah, no.
that's a 6. That's a 6.
You don't know. It's something to do with the plane of death. That is, you can feel that linkage. You know, you can tell basically because it is the antithesis of that which you are bonded with.
Okay. And does my vision grant me understanding of how long she has?
This would be medicine.
Medicine. Okay, I'll give it a try,
Yeah,
and I'll guidance myself for this as well,
sure.
just to make sure that I can. Oof. No, these rolls.
Oh,
These
yeah.
rolls are
Rough.
wicked bad.
I will give you advantage actually for this one because it is sort of the whole
Oh.
point of why you came here.
Okay. Okay, that's actually 24 then.
I will give you, and tell you what, I will give you my DM's inspiration.
Damn. Thank
It's the
you.
one from Tony.
So 24.
24. Julio, you think it's hard to guess exactly because this is the first time you haven't seen how it's progressed. You didn't come to the wedding, so you didn't meet her back then.
Well, you're not at the wedding.
No, turns
I
out.
swear to fucking God. I swear to the altar hearts.
But you would guess, like, if you had to guess, you would say 4 days is unlikely.
Ooh. Days is unlikely. Okay. And how much time is there to get her to Altar Heart?
2.5,
Okay.
if they're
All right.
snappy about it.
Okay. I will say I have some conclusions. Does everyone in this room wants to hear? Or does anyone want to
August
hear
sort of
before I say it?
harumphs like he's not going anywhere. And
Okay.
Iari says, out with it. The
Okay.
prognosis.
So, all right. Prognosis is not looking very good. However, I have ways to mitigate this. So there is a death elemental currently attached to your daughter's body in some sort of way. I cannot sense if it's inside or is somewhere else. That is a bit beyond me currently. But there is a being that sucks out her power. Do you know when that could have occurred? Or what is this? What is for this?
They all look sort of what? Like none of them have any idea when that could have happened.
I'm just gonna look straight at Granny.
You can insight if you like.
Yeah, you better insight,
yep.
because like Julio is trying not to say it, but like, oh, a lot of death cults around here.
25, Grant.
Yeah, I rolled 25, but it's less about the look was less about her lying and more about like, you know, what did we just do?
Yeah. So in that, what are you trying to intuit from Granny? Are you that she is surprised, or that?
Well, like I said, my intention in looking at her was basically just to draw the link between this and what we just fought.
As in, to make her draw that link?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, she clearly has made that connection her own self.
Yeah.
She is, you would guess, she looks not guilty because you know, Ereq, more than anybody else, that she would not have signed off on that.
Yeah.
This is not something she is responsible for. That goes completely against everything she has said she would be up for. So, her thoughts are clear. She is suspicious. There is, like someone will burn for this.
Yeah.
There is anger and suspicion in her eyes. But she doesn't know anything. You don't think she has decided. She doesn't know, but she suspects.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's the first thing I know. Second is, unfortunately, Ereq, your grandma is right. Lady Shadowmal does not have much time. 4 days is quite generous. However, I can make sure that at least 4 we do get. And Julio takes off his flower mantle and puts it around her shoulders and say, this is a loan, because this is very dear to me, but this is a piece of Alder heart. Nothing bad, no death will touch her in these 4 days. I can promise you that. But we need to make haste. We need to take her to the grotto. I assume the times when we were keeping it secret are long past, and honestly in the future I would want to make it sort of a temple where people can, like, go in and stuff.
Yes.
So I will give you precise descriptions of how to get there. We, however, I think we need to start this thing, and soon.
Yeah.
I can pass on any instructions you need to give others, but if you're going to go, you need to go, I think. Mr. Switchgear.
Yes.
That which you encountered this morning, do you think they were similar to that which has infected my daughter?
So.
Because
I think, yes.
they have started, they always did, they never ate, but they did drink. They always
What
drank
did they drink?
a concoction. Yes, Cash.
Question, because I did primeval awareness yesterday, and that's how I knew that the Fells were undead constructs.
Smart, Karen, yes.
Is there a way for me to use that to see if there is like an undead kind of elemental presence in
You certainly
there?
can. You can certainly burn it. Yeah, do that.
Yeah, I will happily burn a spell slot to
It might not tell you where the undead is, but if the 2 undead that we think were here we killed and
Gone.
there's still an undead presence, yeah.
It might be whatever's holding on to her.
Yeah.
I still have spell slots on all levels, so whatever
burn
level
one.
you want. Sorry?
You burn one, whichever you like. You get the result regardless. So whichever
cool.
spell slot you use.
I'll just use first
I would
level
suggest a first level then. Yeah.
Yeah.
The results are very similar to what you got last night, but there is 1 fewer death elementals now than there was.
1.
One fewer.
one.
Well,
fewer.
yesterday you sensed 2, now you only sense 1.
Interesting.
So these were the same the same elemental thingamajig.
There was
They're
you
not two
sensed
separate people.
you sensed 2 yesterday, now there is only 1. Yeah.
Okay.
Wild.
Wild. Yeah. Damn. Okay, cool.
Question. Because I can cast protection from good and evil. It only lasts for 10 minutes, so this is very much an experimental casting.
Yeah.
But one willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures: aberrations, celestials, elemental, fae, fiends, and undead. Protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. Target also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If the target is already charmed, frightened, or possessed by such a creature, the target has advantage on any new saving throw against the relevant effect.
I love it.
So
Do you want to try it?
Yeah. So if I cast that and she feels better,
Yeah.
Then we
Yeah.
know it's inside. We know
Yeah.
it's touching her.
Kesh,
Julio,
may
is your
I-
eye still out?
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
Kesh, may I make... Oh, sorry, no, you did say your thing first.
sorry to interrupt. I know I'm possibly out of my depth in this situation, but I do have a sort of a protective spell. And one of the things it protects from is undead, which is what the Fel were. And I'm not going to pretend that I think in any way it will heal. I've totally forgotten her name. Area. But if it makes you feel better for a little while, then we know what's attacking you.
We'll at least be on the right track.
I just have to touch you. That's...
Kesh, may I make a suggestion?
Of course.
You know that idea you had earlier when we were fighting the Fel-lows?
Magic
Yes.
circle?
Would that potentially have a more lasting effect or more potent effect?
What does it do?
Uh,
Would you like me to look it up?
I've got it open. The creature can't willingly enter the cylinder by non-magical means. If it tries to use magical means, it has to succeed a charisma saving throw. Creature has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets within the cylinder. Targets within the cylinder can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by the creature. That's bad.
And that works against undead and elementals, right?
Yes. It works against the same sort of...
How
You
long
can't.
is it?
Yeah, 10 minutes.
It lasts,
and
it lasts for an hour.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
But I suppose the reason I specifically said...
It's more to
protection-
determine whether or not it would work rather than.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The effect, yeah.
However, Kesh, sorry, I just have a question. So currently, I can see different types of energy. If you do use your magic circle and the thing is ejected to the outside of it, would we be able to attack it?
They can't willingly enter the cylinder. It's whether or not, if they're already inside the cylinder. It doesn't
Yeah.
say
We
anything
can
about
put
if they're
Sylvie
already
next
in
to
there.
her, then move her
Yeah,
to
so
into it.
you can invert it so that they're stuck inside of the circle.
Oh, that's even better.
But it doesn't...
Exorcism.
Yeah.
The trouble is we don't know what effect it'll have on Area if we
You don't.
violently yank whatever this is out.
Something that is attached to her soul.
Yeah.
And it looks
Like
like it's got
protection
its
from good and
roots in
evil.
pretty deep.
Yeah, like protection from good and evil basically will temporarily, like
Suppress.
it basically can't hurt her while that spell's on her.
Yeah. It can't
yeah.
progress.
Whereas,
But you can certainly try. Do you want to try it?
like magic circle kind of is to stop things getting in. It's already in.
yeah.
Look, I'm willing to try it if Area's willing to let me try it. Basically.
Well, your friend has just given me 4 days to live. Let's give it a go.
I'll basically go to the other side and take her other hand. So Julio, you're still kind of locked on.
Yeah.
And I will cast protection from good and evil to see
Very
what
well.
happens.
And do you pick a specific one, or it just works against all of the list?
It's protected against aberrations, celestials,
All.
elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. It just
Very well.
basically blanket.
Yeah. Julio,
Buffs
you
them.
can
It's a buff.
see... Yeah, you can see immediately Kesh, I will get you to make the save for area. So yeah, it's a Constitution save, please.
Okay. I'm just gonna roll a d20 because I don't
Just
know
roll a
what the-
d20 because you don't know what her modifier is. Currently, it's not
We'll
great.
guidance her on this as well
Yeah.
with a d4.
Oof.
Oh, that's horrible. Well, +4.
So 5.
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
that seems pretty appropriate.
it makes perfect sense, but yeah. So yes, you see. Initially, the Julio would see. Kesh does not. Kesh, you can sense. You've still got your detection spell. That it's just a one-off boom, but you can. The residue of that is still hanging around in the air a little bit. You
Well,
can
it lasts,
sense.
It lasts for up to 10 minutes.
Oh, okay, right, yeah. So you can still very much sense it, and you can feel that. Initially, when you cast this spell, you can sense that final elemental fading. I mean, there is also another elemental that you're aware of that we're not counting because that's Ereq. But
Elemental or undead?
it's undead, but they are like undead are a kind of elemental in this world. But yeah, it's mechanically it's an undead. And yeah, you can sense it fading, and then it surges back. And Julio, yeah, initially you can see the tendrils don't go, they don't withdraw, but they do sort of wither a little bit, and then you can feel, Julio, this rage, this anger flow out of her, and Aria goes, get off! And it's the strongest response you've seen from her, and it feels like it's not her that's saying it.
Yeah. Whatever it is, we definitely need her in all the heart. I have a question. I don't know enough about elementals to judge, but I would trust Ereq and Kesh and maybe the matriarch would be able to tell. Because currently, to me, it seems that we have 3 roads to pick from. There is the place in the material realm that your doctor mentioned, right? But it's very far. We have the elemental plane of life, which we would bring some essence to eject whatever it is inside her. And I think that I would not prefer that road, but it is something that I'm thinking of because Kesh has visited the realm of death, didn't you?
Yes.
If this is a death elemental, this is also something we can do. We can go to the source and try to find that being.
You would be going where it is strong.
Yes. So I don't prefer it, but it seems to me that we have 3 roads to pick from.
I would suggest fighting life with death, or the death with life.
Yeah.
Makes the most sense to me.
Any essence of life elemental energy that we would find would hopefully do the trick, whereas if we were to go to the plane of death, how could we narrow down where the source was?
You don't even know what it is exactly.
Some sort of death elemental.
All elementals are part of their plane. So functionally,
Well,
it's all the one.
so let's summarize. She has about 4 days. Sorry, I don't want to talk about you like you're not here. You have about 4 days with the cloak. At least those are guaranteed. We need to start preparation on the council, but also at the same time, we need to leave to the plane of life and reconvene in Alderheart.
We need to send to the crest then. The
We
fastest
need
way
to
we
send to
know
the
how.
creds. And also, I think we need to be teleported to the avium, yes?
Yes. That's where Nevermore and Benek are working on ways to get to other planes.
And there's always Ravania.
Well, Rivania? What's that old bird got to do with it?
He was the one who sent us here, actually.
Yeah.
He says hello.
Of course he does. Sly old dog. Well, may I make an observation?
Of course.
As I was saying about the Fel-lows, they were drinking something. It seemed to reinvigorate them.
Do you know where it is?
No, but I know what it was. If the infection is the same, they were drinking blood.
Oh.
Whose blood?
I don't know.
Mm.
But often one of them would go somewhere. And it's just occurred to me, but I genuinely hadn't made this connection before, but I've heard that no one's arrived, no visitors have come in several weeks.
Yeah, we heard that too. Very weird.
Mm.
'Tis. Well, I'm not blocking anyone.
Someone
Yes.
is.
Well, that is probably connected to the guards, and the guards have a new head, as we hear.
Yes, they have. I appointed him, but that's not what I'm talking about. The guards aren't
No.
stopping people arriving.
No, I think that the Fells are going out to collect their deliveries.
It wouldn't surprise me if we start getting new people showing up in Brackenmill again. Travellers
So
on
who-
the road.
Would they be stopping people from leaving as well?
Well, they're dead now, so.
I was keeping people here. I'll give you that.
Why?
All part of the plan. We don't want people going where we can't watch them. We want to keep skilled individuals, particularly. Similar deal with the and Iari looks at Area and August, and it is quite clear that neither of them knew this.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, it was part of the plan to retain the use of these people after. For what comes next. For the war that follows. The blacksmith, for example, he wanted to leave. We suggested that he didn't.
Right.
It was also about asset denial, as I'm sure you understand. You're a military man. Well, a military woman, sorry. I had heard that he intended to go to the crest. Don't want your enemy getting another skilled blacksmith with which to sharpen their blades and make new armor. So we kept him here. Sensible enough thing to do.
Right. Well,
And Area says, Mother, yes, dear, I will fill you in on the journey. I'll fill you both in.
Wait. So, as you were pointing out, the Fel were like keeping strong through that potion they made. I do not.
Do you-
You're not suggesting that we should feed your daughter.
I'm
a potion
asking
of
if
blood.
that would help.
I think it'd
I
be more
do
likely
not-
to strengthen whatever's.
Yeah,
hurting.
if anything, it would give more power to the necrotic being. I think my cloak on her shoulders would be one of the best things we can give her just right now. Also, don't take it off. Just be, just don't take it off.
Very well. And Area goes, I wasn't planning on it. It's very nice. Smells very pleasant.
Yeah, sounds good.
Alder blossoms, are they?
Yes, I know flowers.
Alder blossoms are the blossoms of the Alder Heart, yeah.
That would make sense. Listen, I was a good old seaman before this. Okay, I didn't know.
That's the DM telling you, not.
Sure, that means you know about seeds.
Hey.
Yeah, cool. So, Iari says, well then, we should probably, I will make plans. Area, August, make ready to leave. You and I shall head to Alderheart the long way around, while these fine fellows will head their own. I
We
shall...
need to.
We need a
Teleport-
way of getting word to the
teleportation.
crest.
Yes.
Yes.
ascending spell, I suspect, would do the trick. Who do you want to contact? I know Beta.
I look at Kesh.
Duck.
I've never
As long
met
as we-
Benaceridon, is the trick. I'll be the one doing the sending.
Right. Well, then whoever we can send it to and trust them to distribute the information accordingly and get a bunch of people to make haste back to Oldheart before this election happens.
Beta seemed very on board with us and
Yes.
what we were fighting for.
She'll no doubt be surprised to hear from me then.
Very.
Good. Well, regarding the best way to...
Tell her that...
Well, you know
we
the deal.
told you
25
about-
words. Write me a thing.
Yes. Yes.
Do not have to do 2.
I have 2 in me.
Yeah. I was just going to say that if there's a chance she may not trust you, then you can tell her that you know about the cathedral in the heart of the Older Heart.
I do now. Excellent. All right.
How are we going to get to the avium?
Well,
Teleportation.
I happen to know that the last time the avium sent anybody anywhere, they didn't go where they were intending. You know what the Older Heart is, don't you?
Yes.
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 You also know that one way to travel from one plane to another, and this is the DM saying this, is a life node or a fire node. You found a fire node and sent somebody back to the
right.
plane of fire directly through the node. The Older Heart is a giant life node.
Okay.
The best doorway might
Oh,
actually be
shit.
the Older Heart. In fact, the best doorway might be that cathedral, what you just spoke of.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it might.
You're friends
yeah,
with a
that
living
makes
life
sense.
elemental. That might be the best
Yeah.
way.
Oh,
As I
heck.
understand it, the last time the Older Heart, the last time the Avium did interpalanar travel, they cocked it up, and it cost them a lot to do it. They also had to send all of the students away in case it went wrong. I'd rather not risk that again. I have
Well-
a cousin there.
Well, Tree Pope, do you think the Older Heart could help us, since it is kind of its arena?
Its roots run deep.
Well, we also did make a place of worship inside there, so you know, I feel like the Older Heart's magic is being concentrated there, so we should definitely try that first.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Benek only, unfortunately, Bishop Blood. None of these guys are part of that crew. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Damn you, Bennick!
Damn you, Bennett!
You would have been real helpful right about now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I
Alrighty.
mean, what a flex, though. As soon as he's gone, it was like, damn, we miss Bennett.
We need that thing. Yeah. Cool. Well, in which case, I think we'll call it there. You guys can write a 25-word message, or even a 50-word message if you need to. And we will reconvene next week. Granny will blam for you straight over. Granny will have you teleported. She will actually. She's not doing the magic. She is burning scrolls.
Ah.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out, and I know like she's an NPC, so who gives a fuck? But I'm trying to figure out what her class is because
She's not a class. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I pegged
She
her as a
has
wizard,
learned-
but then she was doing healing word and stuff.
She has learned a few spells. But yeah, did it in a very much I'll have that one and I'll have that one.
The
and
class
I'll
is
have that one.
matriarch.
Yeah. Her
Yeah.
her class
Boss,
is
Boss
boss
bitch.
bitch.
yeah, exactly. Her class is definitely boss bitch. So yeah, but most of her like she's got a few level 1 shit. She has her magical strength has declined as her years have carried on. It's not her primary thing. It's not her skill set, but she does know a bit of tender magic actually. It's probably College of Ley Line. It's probably Wizard, but Ley Lines. which is
Yeah.
the new thing. Cool. All right, but we will stop there, guys. Thank you very much for hanging out. Thank you to our raiders. But guys, it's the end of our stream, and what we like to do at the end of our streams is favorite moments. This one was a doozy as well. So guys, let's talk about these lovely players first of all. Guys, can we have an exclamation mark roll space the number 4 in chat? A 4. We'll talk about Brendan first, I think. Thank you, Bishop Blood. So favorite Ereq moments. First of all, Karen raises her hand. Yes.
As written in my notebook, Ereq turns into a mantis, dies again, revived by Granny, kills one Fel, in brackets, kills question mark, unclear. Julio dies, Ereq reses Julio, kills other Fel.
What a roller coaster.
So your favorite moment was basically how unkillable Ereq was?
Yeah, Ereq just straight up died twice in 2 different forms, came back, watched his friend die. It's like, killed a guy, watched the other one kill his friend, resed his friend, and then killed the other guy.
Life and death, baby.
Yeah.
More like death
Fucking
and
druids. Yeah. Pretty happy I managed to get the druid down.
Yeah.
It's not
That was
very
strong.
squishy. The mantis was mine, Karen. Yes, the mantis was very cool. Yeah. Daria?
Yes, my favorite was Brandon being smart, and when you ask like how her bedroom looks, he said, "I wouldn't know." That was like such a sassy, but also like I think it shows that the detachment between Ereq and his mom that was like there as he was growing up, and I like that.
Yeah.
Small, nice little detail.
Yeah. I liked I liked your that look at Granny. That how is she taking this? That was quite interesting. Yeah. I like how he's still very suspicious of her. Like, he needs her, but he doesn't trust her. That's, yeah. And it's not stupid at all, but yeah, it's really cool. Erek's so jaded about his family. But for all that, I also really liked when you were asked about your mother. You said, I mean, I do love her. Like, when... Yeah. It wouldn't be shocking to find out you didn't. Was quite an interesting moment, yeah. A hyena shift a moon circle and her default wild shape is giant hyena. Yeah, fair.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was looking through my wild shape options. I'm like, the giant octopus has the highest hit points.
The giant octopus was a cool idea, but I'm just like, I just don't see that you've seen one.
No, super fair.
Yeah, favorite self?
Oh, gee golly, I'm not sure. Look, there was a lot. I liked happening, and I wasn't even really intending to, but I liked that I got both kills, and just through like pure bullheadedness.
Because I'm going to burn more spell slots, damn it. I'm having this.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Alrighty. Well, then a D3 in chat. Thank you very much. Omi, you wanna hit us up? See who we talk about next.
Bishop Blood also says, I liked when Ereq carved their hearts out.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was a good idea. I really liked, and we'll talk about it in when we get to Daria. Yeah, but now we're talking about DM favorite moments. Thank you very much. Number 1 on the dice. Favorite me.
Can I start? I have a one that I really enjoyed. The dynamic of the family shifting before our eyes at the end of the session. That was strong.
Yeah.
Like things are changing because first of all, Granny suddenly understands that the ramifications of the cult of death that kind of were brought into her house now, and also like her daughter, even with 4 days left, still like being an active participant of what's going on and like demanding answers from her mother. That's cool. I liked it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Granny, like the change in Granny from these two guys are breathing down my neck to, oh, they're dead now, sweet, was just so much fun.
Yeah.
Yes. I think my favorite DM moment was I'll put the obligatory thing that I've said the last few weeks, that I love how you're bringing my backstory to life, but I particularly really liked your descriptions of everyone's auras through Julio's tree eye.
Yeah, that was going to be mine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Julio, what do your tree eyes see?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was very cool and very enlightening.
Yeah, that was cool. My favorite self. I really liked. Yeah, I liked that. That was probably my favorite bit as well. I liked I like getting to reveal little bits of backstory about the world, the way the world is working when you're not watching. The other shit that's going on around, and having Granny figure out where the Fells went and what they were doing, and sort of put pieces together in a logical way and go like, oh shit, oh, they were killing people, hey. Like I didn't ask, those guys fucking terrified me, and I didn't want my family getting hurt. Like she specifically didn't want her family getting hurt, and I was quite proud of the fact that I predicted that you would ask why she what was the question? But there was a like why she hadn't done anything beforehand. Why she hadn't said anything about the Fells beforehand. And I was like, they're probably going to ask this, so having a logical reason prepared. Why she didn't do anything, why she didn't try and get these guys to fuck off beforehand, why she didn't even help you, obviously, during the fight. It was a very subtle healing word on Ereq, but otherwise she was uninvolved.
I also loved when, like, Eric's teleporting her out with Hope, and she's like, no,
I want to stay! Yeah. That was like, yeah, I was quite happy. I was quite proud that A, I predicted that you would ask, and B, that I could come up with a good logical reason why she did that. And it's all about her family. Yeah.
Yeah. And I must say, I really like Iari as a character. I think she's super interesting and super cool.
Yeah. And also, I also quite liked putting forward her proposition, her solution to your problem of, okay, so here's what I think we should do, because above all things she is a schemer. Favorite DM, parasitic death elemental. You have a way with curses, my dude. We need to talk shop more.
As I've said many a time, I'm glad Josh is not a real world
powerful sorcerer wizard. It's probably for the best. Yeah, cool. And then I saw a 3 rolled in chat, which would be Karen. Favorite cash moments. I'm gonna go first because big brain.
Damn it!
Spell usage. Protection from evil and good was a very, very good idea. Yeah. It's like Karen
if only I'd rolled anything other than a fucking 1.
Well, I'll give you this for free. It wouldn't have made it go away. Even if you had made the con save, like, you couldn't have cured her with that. But
no, I was hoping to buy her another day or something.
Yeah.
I didn't think I could beat it with it, but I was like, even if I can get her an extra day. Like,
Yeah. Well, since you yoinked the big brain moment, my favorite cash moment was actually taking Aries' other hand. And like being like a organic part of this like little conversation
Healing circle.
and magic session.
Yeah.
Because
Very cool.
at the end, it was Julio is taking Ereq in his mom's hand, and then also Cash holding her hand. It's like a little daisy chain. It's very cute.
Yeah. 'Twas. Shame there's no cleric on board with the Death Ward. Yeah, look.
If we just kill Mum, then I can cast Revivify on her, and it'll be fine.
Oh yeah, like her soul is not yoinked to the fucking death plane.
Yeah.
Because someone's like,
There's no way that could go wrong.
Yeah, there's
Like,
no way the
fucking
DM is going to
Caprice
lean in and say,
Yeah.
abso-fucking-lutely not.
Yeah. There were lots of really great Kesh moments that were already mentioned. I want to throw out a one-liner that I really enjoyed. Talking about Shen's ambush. He always did have more balls than brains.
Yeah.
yeah.
Good old Shen Esticle.
Yeah, good old
I can't
Shen
believe that
Esticle.
his actual name is Esticle. That's
Yeah.
crazy
Who
still.
was responsible? Whose NPC was that?
I can't remember.
It was supposed
I
to
wanna
be
say Chaotic
Shenanigans
Goblin.
Testicle.
I want to say it was Chaotic Goblin, and yeah, it was
sounds about
Captain
right.
Shenanigans Testicle. Shen Esticle is a canonic Jobeen Squirrel folk. Yeah. And a bit of a military
And for
wizard.
those of you who didn't recognize the quote, that is a line from the seminal cinematic masterpiece, The Mummy, starring Brendan Fraser
Yeah.
and Rachel Weisz.
Yeah. You always had more
The-
balls,
more
than
balls than
brains. Goodbye, Benny.
And then
Ah,
pushes him up.
Yeah.
fuck. What a good couple of films.
It's a good
Ah.
reach. Yeah. Seminal.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
It was indeed. It's really nice to see Brendan Fraser back on screen again. And that film, the most recent one he did, The Whale. I think the title was unnecessary, but he was amazing in it. It was incredible work. Yeah. All right.
I stumbled across a totally random movie with him and Michael Caine in it the other day.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
The Quiet American.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So it's an older one, I think.
Yeah, it's an older film, and I was just like, whoa, hold on a second. Odd movie, like it's a critique of kind of Americans in Vietnam and stuff like that. So. Yes,
Looks to me like you're on the wrong side of the river.
river.
Yeah. Cool. Karen,
Great film.
favorite self? Have you said?
No.
That quote. Oh no, that wasn't you. That was Brendan.
That was
Go on.
Brendan.
Favorite self.
Like you guys have kind of said most of them, but
Gatlas flavored as a penguin. Great stream. Thank you very much, Tony.
I think everyone's kind of said it, really. I was really proud of myself for working that shit out when we were looking at area.
Mm-hmm.
I had this weird advantage in the battle because most of the time I wasn't the one being attacked.
Yeah.
So just duck out, shoot some guys, and then go hide again.
And look, I think you did great in that as well. Like, just focusing on the damage, rather than trying to bother with trying to keep me up before I was down. Yeah.
The fear was a really good idea.
Magic circle, not realizing it takes a full fucking minute.
Yeah.
Both of those things, like you've gone like, okay, let's have a look at what I've actually fucking got. And started using some of Kesh's other abilities rather than just, I'm a damage machine, pew pew pew, which is in combat the way to be. Fear is a handy spell. I would have cautioned you if I was a less kind DM that these things, if something is hitting you with a +9, then a wisdom save of 13 is not going to be a struggle for it.
I tried.
They had, and I'll tell you this for free, a +7 to wisdom saves.
Damn.
They had
But
proficiency
it
with
failed
wisdom,
the
so-
first one.
It did.
Didn't it? And
it
yeah.
did. Yeah, it did. But I also, it had. If it has legendary actions, then it probably has legendary resistances. You can't know that for certain, but yeah. But thank you for not metering in that regard, because
Well, I knew that the odds of it actually succeeding were reasonably low, but I'm like, on the off chance, like, the rolls line up and it works, because basically Brendan was just being slaughtered at that point, so I was just like, even if it gets him to run away for like a single turn, it gives Brendan a chance to get back on.
And
his
you
feet.
didn't know how many hit points it had at the time, so
No.
it made perfect
I
sense.
wasn't sure if I could kill it.
It
so
was a
I was
good
hoping
idea.
to
It was a
make-
really good usage. I really like seeing people trying to use other skills that they have. Yeah.
And it's always worth burning legendary resistances anyway, particularly with lower level things, so that then you can hit them with the big boys.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, cool. All right, well, I think last up is Daria. Favorite Daria moments. And I'm going to go first because I almost started talking about it before. And now I cannot now remember what it was. No, it's gone. It's completely gone from my head. Other people could talk.
Okay.
Shit. Yeah, it's gone.
Look, well, I'll buy you some time while you think about that sick moment.
If you talk, and it'll come back to me, like you'll remind me, I imagine.
Look, this was a small moment, but I really liked how excited Julio got when he was asked about the libel campaign.
Yeah, that was cute.
That was
So
very
adorable.
funny. Like, I saw your face light up. And the, well, I thought you'd never ask.
I also enjoyed, like, Julio just like, keeping stabbing me is just so predictable. Like, you're
So
boring.
boring.
You're done, you're old, you're tacky, and I hate you.
It's played out, it's cliche. Come on.
And also, if you kill me, like, my friend's just gonna bring me back, so whatever, just do your
I'm
thing.
invincible. Although that was Ereq. I think it was. I really enjoyed your chat with Granny on the way to go and talk to her daughter, and then you're super honest. Like, okay, I don't think I can save you, but I'm gonna tell you straight up. I don't fucking know what I'm doing, but I'll try. All right, I will try. And I was like in her shoes. I was going like, you're not filling me with confidence, but I don't think you're trying to. So that's good. Yeah, your honesty, but it's got to be the eye.
Yeah.
I didn't know that shit. And that was very, very cool. And I was like, okay, well, I can lean in on that. Right, you are gonna see, you're gonna get elemental vision. That was very, very cool. No, I know what it was. There it is. That's what it was. Fuck yeah. And I really, it was sad it didn't work. You didn't roll high enough for it. I loved trying to plant a tree in the corpse of the fucking Fel.
Yeah.
To drain the elemental out of it and replace it with a life elemental, because I would have loved in a week if you came back and found 2 mini alder hearts growing in the center of the family chapel.
Yeah.
I immediately saw that. I'm like, oh, that would be so freaking cool. I love it.
I rolled 2 4s.
Didn't happen. And I'm just like, no, that's the dice saying no. There can only be one alder heart.
Yeah.
That's okay. We got to cremate their hearts, so it was fine.
Yeah,
Almost
Ereq
as
got to
good.
do something really upsetting instead. It worked. Oh, everybody had a great time.
Yeah.
Daria, favorite self. Sorry, I know I just said a lot, but yeah.
That's fine. I also have a question. Omi says Julio is a humble Dr. House. What does that even mean?
Do you know House, the TV show?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, so he has a terrible bedside manner.
That's
I think is what he was doing. He's like, hey,
Yeah.
I don't think you're actually dying at all. I think you,
I think you're on drugs.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Better,
no,
honestly,
honestly,
yeah.
I do like playing this a very forthcoming and honest bard, because usually bards are good at lying, and I'm specifically making Julio be bad at lying and be like wearing his heart on his sleeve. He's very obviously nervous. There's like I don't think he's ever used, or like maybe once used deception. Like it's not even like a skill he uses.
He does, yeah.
Yes, and also like I think I enjoy the juxtaposition of the actual doctor being like lying to her and saying everything to like make her feel better, and who like, okay, look, I don't know if it works, but I believe it. So like that's kind of the contrasting part which I was going for, and I really liked the, you know, I like how you built on my like thought with the eye, because we actually in the last season we mentioned that I think once.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, we talked a little bit about like how the bardic side will be manifesting a little bit, and we never like talked about it in canon. It was just something we discussed once, and
right.
I was like, yeah. So I was like, I'll bring that back when it, you know, is appropriate to the situation. So yeah.
Cool, excellent. Alrighty, well, splendid. We have had some favorite moments. Have we got any more in chat? I liked when Julio continued to claim to be tree pope, whatever that fracking means.
I am what do you mean claiming? I am tree pope.
I think the trick is, I will happily say in world that a pope is a religious leader, just not in the not in the Humblewood. So Julio has picked up the word pope elsewhere on his many travels, and so he's decided he's tree pope, and everyone else is like, what the fuck is a pope? But yeah. I do love the term tree pope and how it's now canon. So guys, we should go away from here because we've been streaming for a gosh darn while. But guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us this evening. It's been an absolute pleasure and a time and a place and a thing having you all here with us this evening.
Sorry to disappoint that it didn't end up in a TPK.
Yeah, I tried. Did I not try? I tried.
I just realized I was the only one who didn't die in that combat.
Yeah.
Go me!
Yeah.
I tried.
Yay.
The vampiric Fel, for those who are interested, were slightly nerfed versions of a full vampire. You fought
cool.
a pair of nerfed vampires. Not vampire spawns, actual vampires. They had 100 hit points apiece. So they've been nerfed a little bit like that, and instead of one, they only had one legendary resistance and one legendary action instead of 3, which is what they originally had. But their healing and their biting, I didn't nerf that shit at all. So yeah, you were copping some big hits, and I thought I was pretty happy with how balanced that fight was. There was, I mean, a couple of crits early on, and everyone's like, "Holy shit, Ereq is like, ow." So yeah, get wrecked,
I
land
definitely
lovers.
had a lot of
It was great.
misplays in that as well. I was like, afterwards, like, oh, I could have done this and then wild shaped, but no, that was a fun combat.
You guys did a very good job of keeping the radiant on them as well, because otherwise they would have healed a lot. Yeah. But Julio's radiant knife was helpful, and Ereq, that very first attack you did, not knowing what they were.
Dan being the MVP and giving it to Julio, because I still don't have any other magical items, so radiant right now is lovely.
I mean, you've
also
got that cloak now.
Well, yeah. Favorite
You
chapter
just gave
was
away.
Get wrecked, London.
Yeah, I love that we
That's
just added the
also-
cloak to the picture, and now you're not even
Yeah,
wearing
you've
it.
taken it off now. I'm
Well,
like,
I feel like the essence
I
of
guess
the
we're gonna
cloak
have to
is
commission
really-
Daria for another piece of art then.
no,
Hey,
it's
not-
great.
not
I can just go
erase it.
back to the old one.
No, I feel like the flowers are just like the representation of what the.
Oh,
the
you're
older
not
hat has
actually
given
giving
them.
up the bonuses it's given.
No, I am. It's just like the cloak is, even if it gets destroyed, I feel like it's gonna be, just the idea.
The
of it, yeah.
cloak
feel
is
like you
the
just
older
have to-
hearts we made along the way.
Exactly.
I feel
But
like
no,
if you lose the cape, you go back to the older heart and you're like, hey bro,
Get a new
I'm
one.
gonna
Really
hook you up,
sorry.
and then you just grow a new one.
I'm definitely taking the bonus off because like Julio is banking on it protecting her.
Yeah. That magic is needed for her. All right, well, guys, we should go away from here now. Thank you very much to It's Fate Script for the raid, you bloody champions. Good on you guys. So we will go and, raid the Phoenixy Wacky, those lovely people. But, guys, who the absolute heck have you been this evening? Brendan, who the heck are you?
I'm Brendan Ellis. I am not going to talk about Rule 34 because that's obviously cursed.
Why did you mention it? Goes down.
Yeah, I had a good time. This was fun. I'm going LARPing this weekend. So if you're going LARPing in WA, I will see you there.
Probs. See you there. Alrighty. Karen, who the heck are you?
Hi, I'm Karen. I am also known as the Mother O Bunnies. I am a writer, a performer, internet addict. You can follow me on Twitter at Mother O Bunnies. You can follow my burlesque alter ego Miss Lola Moore over on the gram. I am competing / performing in Miss Burlesque WA on the 24th of June. If you live in Perth, Western Australia, or you're going to be there on the 24th of June, you're welcome to come down and cheer me on because unfortunately you cannot vote for me. But me and Dara, we've got a plan. We're onto this. You can also listen to my dulcet tones in the D&D podcast, There Be Dragons.
Splendid. Daria, who the heck are you and where can we get your furry porn?
Well, my furry porn is on the internet, if I'm allowed to quote the illustrious.
The recently wedded Rachel Foucault,
The
yes.
recently wedded, Rachel. But whenever I am not trying to intimidate and or threaten burlesque judges into giving Karen the win, I do art. I make portraits, such as the ones on this channel. I make emotes and stuff like that.
Yeah, marvelous. And Madame and Monsieur, Dame und Herren, and beings of indeterminate gender or persuasion, you can find me here. I am Josh the Pirate. And you can find me here on my channel, Corsair's Cove, which I run with me lovely lady wife, the mother of bunnies. But you know that because you've already done that already. You've come, you're here. Keep doing it. Next week, you can find us doing a bunch more RPGs. Actually, a bunch of non-D&D content coming next week. Monday night, Karen and I will be playing a new roleplay game. I believe we even selected it on Tuesday. I can't remember what it was, but it was a very, very good one. We really like the look of it, and I'll figure it out what it was. Then on Tuesday, I will be doing another Tactics Tuesday, looking at more RPG games, solos, and others that I haven't already looked at. Wednesday evening, we will be having the Teens in Space crew. Teens in Space! We'll be coming back for Wednesday evening, and then Thursday night with more Humblewood. I will be on the Law Rights channel tomorrow evening, 7 p.m. AWST, for some Shadows over Morna, our 7th Sea campaign. That's exciting as well. So there are plenty more times and places to see my face. And if you don't like the face, but you want to hear the voice some more, you can check me out in the podcast There Be Dragons, where I played the infamous and deadly pirate Scan Felspar und his little dragon, Rosh. Karen, can you tell me about the Ukraine, please?
I can, Josh. You've probably heard about the situation in Ukraine in the last year. There's a war. They're not having the best time. So if you're in a position to donate to help support the Ukrainian people, we have 2 links. The first is just a straight-up donation link for the Emergency Action Appeal, Australian-based group of charities and non-for-profits who are specifically fundraising to support Ukrainian refugees. Click on the link, pick your charity, donate away. Donations small and large, gratefully appreciated. Second link is for the Curious Compendium of Slavic Myth. This is a wonderful 38-page D&D booklet you can purchase. It's inspired by Ukraine and the surrounding region's mythology. There's classes, there's creatures. There's a one-shot campaign where you get to go find the Firebird. There's this gorgeous map inspired by Ukraine. It's very cool. We've actually played the one-shot. It's on our YouTube if you want to check it out. And for the very reasonable donation of £1, you can have a copy. But they don't cap the donation, so if you want to pay £500 for it, you can. And let us know how you like it, because we thought it was really cool. So
That's a nice little story. I'll be running it down at D&D Winterfest. Tickets for my table are currently for sale. So you can check that out. Blackwood Winterfest, I believe it's just blackwoodwinterfest.com. You can check out that, and yes, AJ Winters, the dreaded GM, and myself will all be down there, and you can purchase tickets to the seats at our tables, and the game I will be running for Dungeons and Drunks on the 15th in the evening we will be playing Ivan's Firebird. We will be playing The Legend of the Jarpatitsa. And guys, we need to mention the wonderful Wooten Forge gaming accessories. Wooten Forge make incredible handcrafted wooden tabletop accessories made of Australian and exotic hardwoods, like this gorgeous little box that contains my shiny D2, my channel coin, my Corsair's Cove coin. And they make these as well. Look at that. It is a shiny little brass coin with my logo on it, with my channel logo. Currently, my ring light is making it not easy to see, but there we are. You can get special engraving on them. This is Jara. It's a gorgeous little thing. They make all kinds of gorgeous stuff. Check them out at woodenforge.com/Corsairs Cove, and we get a cheeky little kickback from any purchases you make, you bloody champions. So, guys, we will go away from here now and raid the wonderful folks over at Phoenixy Wacky. Go tell John who sent you. Show them the love like we always do. Throw your favorite raid emotes up in chat, and we will see you hopefully same bat time, same bat channel on Monday night for more tabletop roleplay games. So, guys, throw your favorite raid emotes up, say goodbye, and we will see you over there. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.